What is up, guys? Welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since my last live stream. I'm sorry. Last week was crazy, and so I took a break. I apologize. What's up, DuHalt? Wait, never mind. You said you're gonna be late to this premiere. It's not a premiere. It's okay. It's not a premiere this time. It's actually live. But yeah, Randon, what's going on? Pridonia, you have to be here. You lost a bet and owe me a pizza. Is that Wib Gaming? In which case, I don't want a pizza. Don't want a pizza. What's up, Epic Name? How you doing? Alex. Oh my gosh, I'm stumbling on my name. I'm sorry. Alexandragon. What's going on? Hack, what's going on? Hey guys, first live with Doctors, but I love the recent winter reviews. Please show Hikari no O some love. Don't know. I don't know. We'll see. That's honestly one of those cases where it's like I kind of need the rest of it because it didn't stop at a good point at all. That's Fire Hunter, right? Yeah, that didn't stop at a good point. Finally, Discord opens up so I can actually get this in the Discord. Sadly, Discord randomly updating because they like that. There. Discord is informed. What's up, McSuper? Nagisa, how you doing? I'm doing all right. It's been a day. It's unfortunately been a day, but keep chugging. And I got to fight with a lawnmower, so I'm nice and cool in the head. Randon, what's going on? Kanbawa Mina-san. Yeah, it's been a day. What's up, Cheto? How you doing? So yeah, the season's pretty much over. We only have like Nier, which is never going to end. I'm convinced at this point Nier's never going to end. Buddy Daddies has one more episode, which I don't think. I mean, I will say that the final episode of Buddy Daddies can change my mind to the more positive or possibly negative, depending on how they execute that last arc. So that's probably the only one that I'm not comfortable with putting on a tier list for the end of the season. But I'm going to still do that. And what else? Oh, The Exorcist. That's the only other one that's still going, which I don't think my opinion's going to change on Exorcist. I mean, unless it does something really cool. Ayakashi Triangle, yeah, will that ever end? What is it actually on? No, that one's restarting next season, isn't it? But no, I have no opinion on Ayakashi Triangle because it's... I don't want to watch it in its current format. Like, I literally don't want to watch it in its current format. It's neutered. Like, it's literally unwatchable in its current form. It's kind of like Urusei Yatsura. It's kind of not what Urusei Yatsura is in its current form, which is kind of unfortunate, but sensitivity changes, you know? Yeah. Yep, I said wouldn't shoot the onsen scene in Onimai, and I was right until the last episode. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, you did say that. And I was 95% sure it was going to be the last episode. Like, I just didn't see them not doing it unless they did the sick scene or the pull scene, because those are the other two times in like that segment they do it. So maybe in the future we'll get a second season. Please, Bind. Whoever's in charge, another season, please. No, I'm actually extremely excited to see what Bind does next for their B projects, which isn't a negative thing. I know most studio B projects are negative, so Andrew, I'll watch Ayakashi when they get to the Blu-ray. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm just waiting for the Blu-ray. It's like the worst censorship too. Like, it's just the stupid stickers everywhere, even for things that shouldn't be there. And that's what irritates me. I'm not like super against stickers. It's just stickers when stickers don't need to be there. Like Harem in a Labyrinth of Another World. They did that, where it's like, this doesn't need to be censored. Like, this isn't bad. And then 2 minutes later, you'll see something else that is not censored. Technically, Onimai did that, so I don't know. I brought this up just in case. I might do this later tonight. We'll see. I won't spoil anything. Just, I'm going to kind of be vague and put these where I think they should be. I've been needing to do this for a long time, so I need to do this on a regular basis. Otherwise, I'm going to forget which ones I love the most because there's so many volumes. But I'm only going to do up to volume 9, so. And like I said, I won't spoil anything beyond the anime. So I will say things about things that are in the first season. So there you go. I will say things about that. I won't get crazy with it, though. Not to skip around, any opinion on the Angel Next Door spoils me rotten? That's like halfway through it. You're nowhere near that, Jetto. It's gonna be a while before we get to that one. Pridon. Pardonia, sorry. It's shorten your name. Thanks so much, man, for the 19 bucks. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Is that pizza? Man, pizzas don't cost 20 bucks anymore. That's like half a pizza these days, man. Inflation. No, thank you so much, man. I will buy that pizza. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate the support. That means a lot, man. Trash? Yeah, we have a trash. I need to make a D tier. It only lets me make so many. There. D. G. I might put trash and dropped in the same thing. Because I do have some dropped. Rash? Why doesn't this thing do another step? There, that works. That's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Adrian, what's up? You're not that late. You're only like 7 minutes. I've just been shooting the crap, so. I haven't seen too much. There's like 66 there's like 66 shows. Nobody watched everything. No, there's probably Web Gaming probably watched every single show. I'll even admit that I dropped quite a bit because it's either like watch everything and my focus and content goes down, or just kind of chill out a little bit. So I decided this season to chill out a little bit. So I said they wouldn't make do the shower scene in Nagatoro, and they didn't. They're saving it for the Blu-ray. Oh yeah, no doubt. That sucks though. I don't even know what scene you're talking about, but that sounds. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. Only seen 12 to 14. That's a lot. That is a lot. Compared to most anime fans, that is a lot. I think I watched a third of the shows this season. I ended up watching, I think, 30, 35, 36, something like that. Yeah. Hey, Crips. I am so bad today. I am so bad today. I'm like getting dyslexia or something like that. Sorry, Crisps. Oh well, it's my stupidity it makes for your guys' humor. Even though I just called somebody Crips. Not that Crips. They advertise the art on the Blu-ray. Yeah, then for sure. For sure. Antrite, what's up, man? Hey, Andrew, I am getting flamed in your last review, but it doesn't bother me. I trust your review. I may watch it since got my other shows done. You're getting flamed like in the comments, or just my review is making you upset? I need some context there. Jigo, what's going on, man? 20 bucks. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seasons are getting 2 stacks. I mean, 50 to 60 show. This is 66. Winter was 66. Next season is what, 50, 55? So they came down a little bit, at least. Give the second half of the pizza. Thank you so much, Digo. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the support. That means a crap ton. Thank you. I may have to buy a Blu-ray of that shower scene. Thirsty chat. You guys are thirsty. Yeah, it was 66 total. Well, technically like 3 shows delayed, so 63, but they tried to do 66. Comments just because I said I don't like Yuri and Yaoi. It's, yeah, not pretty. You do not make fun of the Yuri and Yaoi fans. They're very passionate about their I think it's probably a lot to do with the fact that people are just excited that there's actually a show that is Yuri and it's not just baiting. I mean, that was kind of the case with Bloom Into You. It was like super refreshing to have like a decent show like that. But I mean, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. So we need 600 more. No. I think that's the point in which I'm just gonna be done. Like, it's just, I'm just not gonna be able to do it. It's not gonna happen. I feel like there's the least amount of shows I've been interested in. And that's the main key thing. And I think I talked about that like 2 weeks ago. Is like, it's quantity over quality. And so like when I'm looking at the shows, it's like, it's a very, I mean, we'll get into it, but it's like a very disappointing season. I would expect that I would get like per capita or whatever, a lot more shows that I was like super into, but it just seems like it was like a massive dump of shows. Magical Revolution deserve to be. We'll see if Magical Revolution will be the top. Yeah, Ayakashi Triangle is kind of doing Yuri. I don't know if that would actually do anything, but it kind of made it feeling like she was okay with it or something. You want a show with full-size Laugh-In Punch? I do want a spin-off of Laugh-In Punch-On. That'd be great. Just call it Laugh-In Punch-On. What shows am I most excited for spring or July? Except for, well, is summer or, because July is summer. Okay, yeah, summer. I think the biggest one's Mushoku, but I'm fine with seeing Jujutsu Kaisen come back. I don't remember what else was on that season. There was something else. Bleach coming back's good. I'm interested in Zom 100. And Glasses, Girl Who Forgot Her Glasses. I'm curious to see how they handle Horimiya's coming back, because they're supposed to do the new chapters, but I'm curious if they're going to just do the missing chapters and not, like, readapt it. And Saint Cecilia, because they freaking bumped it back. Vending Machine's like a curious question mark. I think that's the main ones right now. Oh yeah, Sugar Apple's coming back, so I can see how much An Halford is tortured again. Started reading Zom 100. Web Gaming was like super excited for it, so I was kind of curious if it's any good. Did they say Zom was supposed to be spring? That's summer. Maybe it got pushed back. Beaufort, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll keep answering chats. I love when there's a lot of chats, because I never do this, and I love talking to you guys. Beaufort, let's start off by making people angry. Beaufort's fine. I know a lot of people love Beaufort. It's just there. Like, for me, Beaufort just exists. It's not doing anything for me. It's repetitive. It's not repetitive. It's repetitive in how it does they keep getting powers, and that seems to be the cycle. Go out, get power. Go out, get power. Lower's fine. You guys are actually defending me for putting it in C, and some people are saying go lower. C is acceptable. Like, C is like just, it's not bad, but it's just, yeah. So I enjoyed this season a lot more than the first season, but it still has a problem of repetitiveness. And we still have 2 episodes left, but it's going to be like late next month. So it is what it is. Both got delayed again, by the way. Are you talking about the delay where they're going to put the 11th episodes, I think the 15th or something, and then the next week is the last episode? Next month, basically. All right, who asked about Fire Hunter? Somebody was asking about Fire Hunter. C is for the cookie. Yeah, there you go. Maple has a maple cookie, and she wants to share it with everybody. She has a whole tray of maple cookies. It's good but predictable, you know. Yeah, it's pretty much. At least it's not an isekai. That's a positive. It's just having fun in the game, and the mods getting the admins getting angry about it. What do you think? I was absolutely in love with Fire Hunter when it first started. If you go back and look at my first impressions of Fire Hunter, dude, I was on cloud 9. Like, if I didn't sell people on buying that, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you. But it unfortunately just kind of kept going downhill. I still am very intrigued by the world. Don't get me wrong. The presentation is absolute hell. I was kind of interested in the show at first value based on the art style and the animation in the PV. But I don't know if it was artistic choices, but if it's artistic choices, they need to stop because it doesn't look good. So I'm like struggling with like the visual style of it and trying to consume the world of it. It's a little bit of a jumbled mess in the storytelling of the world, but I'm curious if it's supposed to be vague at this point. That's why I really feel like I don't like tiering this until I get the full story, because it might be that it's vague on purpose. And that last episode was like, yeah, it felt like they blew the budget on the first episode. It looked incredible. Like the first episode was so good. So until I get a second part, I guess not D. I think C's good. I think C's good. I don't hate it. It's so bad looking. It's so bad looking. And I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, Hack. What's your ranking on it, Hack? Is it like S tier for you? I only watched 4 shows this season. Well, you're gonna get your ear full of what everything did in the stream. Bofuri deserves. Finally, somebody's angry about where I put Bofuri. Everybody else didn't attack me this time, so I think did I put it in D last time? You finally get to see a tier list. It's 4 a.m. there. I hope you already had some sleep. I'm sorry. B tier? Okay, well, I'm not too far off from you then. Okay. At least we agree on it. Just maybe one of us is more understanding than the other. Or I'm less understanding than you. Either way works. Inspector I dropped. I can't do it. I want to. This is like a series that it honestly breaks my heart that I can't enjoy it. Because I think she's amazing. The writer is interesting. The writer is extremely interesting. He's like, here, my opinion. The writer of Inspector is very interesting. I just hate their writing format. Because this writer likes to create scenario, show resolve, explain a fake resolve, and then explain the actual resolve. And I hate it. I absolutely hate that format with a burning passion, and I'm so sick of it. It was so funny because I watched the Yuki episode, which was phenomenal, by the way. I love I watched 2 Yuki episodes. Aoi Yuki, by the way, amazing. I watched the first part of it, loved it. I love the perspective of them. And then I accidentally skipped an episode and I watched the resolve. And I was super happy that I did because the entire middle episode is them explaining a false concept. And I probably would have dropped it before I finished that story. That's how much I can't stand it. Jigo, thanks again for the 10 bucks. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, Fire Force was okay. Really lost the plot. Yeah, that's like I said, I'm completely mixed up on what is going on. And I'm hoping the second part explains it. Because, yeah, sister jumping out of a building into a pond to rip her out of the pond of the creek. I don't know what's going on. Did I say Fire Force? I thought I said Fire Hunter. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Fire Force 2 is completely losing me too. I still need to finish like 9 episodes of Fire Force before the next season comes up. But thank you for the support, man. I appreciate it. 30 bucks total, man. I thank you so much. That means so much to me. I enjoy the Yuki on arc. Yeah, it was just Aoi Yuki. It's Aoi Yuki as a Yuki, and she's fantastic. I think you're all lying. I didn't say Fire Force. I think you're all trolling me. I'll have to get rid of the VOD later so that nobody could say that I did. Eminence in Shadow. This has been so long. I cannot believe this was a season. It feels like Eminence in Shadow was like 5 months ago. My final thoughts on Eminence and Shadow. No, I didn't say Fire Force. Stop. But anyways, no, I dropped Inspector. I got to the 4th or so episode, and I was done. So, yeah. Gosh, all the Eminence and Shadow fans. This is gonna hurt. S, B, S, low A, B, A, S. Jeez, B. Nobody's gonna be supporting me on this one. I'm just gonna skip it. Alright, I'm gonna skip it. We're not doing Eminence and Shadow. We're just gonna skip it. We're just skipping Eminence and Shadow. I can't say it, see? No, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be really high. I'm just warning you all. It's not gonna be really high. Assume your choices. I've never really been shy to opinion. I think we got a lot of people in the community that are fine with me not loving what they love. I think I'm comfortable with B. I'm gonna do B. At least there's a couple people that will agree with me on B. Somebody said C, which that makes me feel more comfortable too. Even as a production, it's still an A. As long as it's not under Beaufry. No, it's not under Beaufry. No, by far not under that. I've not been shy with my opinions on Eminence and Shadow. I literally covered it week by week. It actually did very well on the channel. People loved hearing from me, even though a lot of people disagree with me most of the time. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Eminence and Shadow is the case where I don't care for the MC, but I love the cast. I love the world. It's basically Shadow Garden. I like Shadow Garden. I don't like Sid. I don't think I'll ever like Sid. But that's okay because the Shadow Garden does it for me. I love the Shadow Garden and everything they're doing. So, as long as Sid's not on the screen, I enjoy the series. So, which sucks, I know, for a lot of people, because I know that a lot of people love Sid. So, it's just what it is. I think you still can enjoy a show and not enjoy the main character. So, Shadow Garden. Shadow Garden's good. We met some new good-looking Shadow Garden members at the very end. So, I don't know about the source material, but I'm really hoping that now that certain somebody has joined the Shadow Garden, maybe we'll get to see the perspective of the Shadow Garden from that character, like from the beginning, training all the way up, which I think will be pretty cool. So, I actually said Atomic in my video that I recorded today. I did my top of the season today, and I literally said, Ata, Meek, Ata, Meek. It's dorky. It's so dorky. It's gonna be super cheesy. So, anyways. Yeah. So yeah, B. I think that's a good spot for it. I was pretty hot on it when it first started too. I think it had a really amazing first episode. Second episode was really solid too. There's a couple arcs that I thought was a little bit low end, but there was a couple arcs that were good too. I think the final arc was solid. Yeah, he literally blows it. He that's the one part that I don't like about Zed is they could probably explain away, but dude destroys a lot of people and places, so get ready for us to clip that. This is not even doing anything, so we're not doing that one. I haven't even started because it got delayed. Sherry's arc was probably the worst. I liked a little bit of Sherry's arc, especially Sherry's perspective, but I don't like what they're doing with Sherry. That final scene showing her, I'm like, no, we're doing that. By the Grace of the Gods, Season 2, I think D's fine. I don't hate it, but this season sucked. I'm sorry. This season of Grace of the Gods sucked. It was discover something and then spend a whole bunch of times going around and giving it to everybody. Like, they spent, like, what, 2-3 episodes on him just walking around giving a odor absorbing pocket thingy majiggy. I did like the episode with the girl at the academy. That was kind of nice to finally get her doing whatever she's doing rather than just writing letters to him. But most of the stuff around him was kind of like just setting up places and giving people stuff. I mean, a good thing is Sid isn't OP more than in his real life. is a good thing that he's isn't OP more than in his real life. Maybe I'm reading that backwards. I think I'm reading that backwards. Season 2 was worse than Season 1. Yeah, Season 1 was really good. I especially like the whole beginning first half of Season 1. I thought it was really good. And then the meeting the family, the taming stuff, all that stuff was great. This season just felt like it's just kind of... He's like running in a circle. Manga's better adaptation of Shadow, in my opinion. The fights and other stuff, the anime, are so awesome. Season 2 by Grace of the Gods. Yeah, it is Season 2. Or you're saying that you're correcting yourself. I'm sorry. The power of slime slavery. Hey, they seem willing. They're all following him. Did they insinuate that they have to accept the pact? I don't know. I could be wrong. He was a good fighter before, yeah. It was like... I think that's the nice thing about Sid. We're just going back in Eminence and Shadow. You guys aren't going to let me leave it, are you? I like the aspect of that Sid didn't... Yes, he gets everything sort of handed to him in his new life, but he technically worked for it in his previous life. So it almost feels like he put in the work, he just never got it, and then he just got it. Like a feeling sorry for him kind of thing. High Card. I actually like High Card. It was fun. The last episode was really fun. Very interesting. I think it did... The beginning was much better than the later part. Like, the first episode was just phenomenal. I like the system, the powers. What's up, Patches? I like all the build-up. The action scenes are a lot of fun. It's just kind of... It's a quirky, like, buddy cop kind of thing. And, I mean, I really like the chemistry between the two characters. For the most part, anyways. Chris and Finn. I like their chemistry. They're a lot of fun. There was a couple episodes that were kind of rough. Like, what's his name? The rich boy. I didn't care for his episode. I just felt like it was kind of whiny rich kid kind of scenario. But the rest of it was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Looking forward to the second season. I'm looking forward to... What was it? Seals 2. Seals 2 is going to be really fun for High Card. For those that don't know the joke, they released a key art where they misspelled it. First episode was hype, and was what I thought the Unlimited Balance detective would be. Dude, Unlimited Balance. What's it called? Balance Unlimited. I'm sorry. I was like, I know what you're talking about. I couldn't... No, it's Seosin, yes. Like they spelled it Seaosn. They just got the S in the wrong spot. It's great. No, you're fine, Hack. It threw me off for a second. I'm like, I so know what you're talking about. I love that show, even though it kind of fell apart towards the later part. But no, iCard's good. Vinland Saga is still going. I think I'm gonna still give it an A, even though I'm not like super into the story right now. I think it's really, really amazing directing as always. The setup, it's taking a bit too much time. Not that it's pacing and the story is wrong. It's just that it's dragging out certain shots a little bit too long, almost like they're trying to make it take too long. I still love it as a storytelling. I think they're doing a good job of pacing his recovery, if you want to call it that, if he's even recovering really. But love its pacing, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I kind of had the same problem with a few like segments of episodes of first season where it felt like nothing was really happening. But I've always loved the Vinland Saga story. Don't care about Vikings. Well, good, because they don't really have many Vikings anymore. It's not really talking about, like, Vikings. I mean, they could bring them back into the picture, but they kind of left the Viking stuff behind, didn't they? Can I say that maybe you're just impatient? No, I don't think I have even patience for it, because I think it's a beautiful show, like through and through. I just love everything. Like I said, I can watch the show and I'm engaged the whole time. It's just I can acknowledge whenever like a shot of a scenery or something like that is like 3 seconds too long. Like I said, it's not a pacing issue. It's just they're they're dragging out the shots too long. Like, almost like they're giving their animators a break, and it makes it slow down. I guess it's still pacing technically, but yeah, anyways. But no, I still love it though. A certain somebody showing up in a hole was really amazing, and it got me massive hype because he's like literally my favorite character in the last season. Definitely feels like about to hit the fan with most. Yeah, I haven't seen the last episode, by the way. I haven't seen this recent episode. I was too busy trying to finish up the season. I mean, just got 12 episodes, so it's going to go down. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, it's great. It's crazy to think that 12 episodes have happened already. It's really great. I'm really curious what they're going to do with Canute. Like, admittedly, I don't like Canute. I really don't like what they're doing with Canute, but I mean, it's not that he's a bad character. Just I don't like what he's doing, and there's probably a good reason why. I am so behind on Moepon. I need to watch it. I will watch Moepon. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it done this season. I might have to go back to it later. The only reason I want to watch Moepon is because it's like super popular in Japan, at least according to some sites. So there's got to be something there. Yeah, I've only watched 3 episodes of it, and I'm gonna restart from the beginning. Blue Lock, I didn't even watch this season of it. Ningen Fushin, trash. Ningen Fushin's trash. I freaking hate that show so much. I hate Ningen Fushin so much. I should probably clarify this. I guess trash and drop shouldn't go together, because even the drop shows can be not trash. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I mean, sometimes I do drop because it is trash, but yeah. I don't like Ningen Fushin at all. I wanted to love it. It's meant, honestly, really wasted potential. That's the key thing. Bingo. Crisp hit it right on the head. Potential, wasted. Like, the concept of it sounds really good. It essentially opens up in a fantasy world where you have, what was it, 5 people? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4 people? It's 4 people. 4 people come together at a table at a bar, and they all have been pretty much betrayed by somebody or ripped off or whatever. You got a priest who was falsely accused for touching a girl. You have the main guy pretty much gets swindled by what he thought was his girlfriend. You have the mage that pretty much claims that she got her high grades and stuff because she was, doing favors for her teacher. The dragon girl pretty much got poisoned by a boss, and then her party members took everything from her, including this really important stone from her tribe. And they all come together and they form a group that is the survivors, which are pretty much people that don't trust anybody. And they sort of have to learn to trust each other, but not full. They don't allow each other to trust each other too much. Yeah, Kuren's great. Like, I thought she was super cute. She was probably my only favorite character of the show. Like, everybody else I hated. Kuren I liked. It's gonna get into my same thought process that I'm gonna get into with Circle Apple Fairy Tale, where it's just kind of like, the backstories were so cheesy, like so over the top cheesy. It wasn't even funny, and I don't understand the world. Like, it's like a world that has like modern pop idols. It's got like dungeons that have drop ceilings and fluorescent lights. It's just, I don't know what this world is. Like, it's just, and then there's like this one point where they go to this other segment of the town, or this one town, and it looks like a modern, like the ghetto, with like broken down skyscrapers and flooded flooring. It's like, I don't know what this is. It kind of makes me believe it's probably like a reverse isekai, where it's this fantasy world that had like a bunch of stuff and buildings like just kind of mishmash into one location. I don't know. I don't think it ever explained it. Maybe I missed it, but it's like a vomit. It's like an AI was told to make an isekai. Bingo. Ningen Fushin is what happens when you tell an AI to make an isekai. That's gonna, if I make a review of that, I'm going to put that as a thumbnail. What would happen if AI made an isekai? That's Ningen Fushin. But yeah, it's stupid cruel too, and it's very cheesy with its drama, so it didn't work. I didn't like it. The Badortar in the EIS is also kind of out of place. Everything's out of place. I know it's not isekai, but it feels like it's a reverse isekai where like skyscrapers and pop idols and stuff are in a fantasy world. It doesn't make any sense. There's modern things within a medieval type setting world, and it doesn't make any sense. Is the main key thing. So, but no, when I started, I thought it was a great concept. The disenchanted party members that come together and form a party and save the world. It sounds really cool. It didn't. And it visually was not good. Oh, the laboratory. Okay, in Animation Shadow, I get you. I thought you were talking about the one in the slums that they went to. Okay, I get you now. Hey, Yahoo, how's it going? I'm doing all right, man. It's been great stream so far. A lot of fantastic support from people. Made me feel a lot better than earlier today. It does not need to make sense. Oh, I understand. I do like a little bit of consistency, though, or at least a proper lead-in, I guess. I just feel like I need a little bit of a lead-in, I guess is the only thing. But yeah, it's true. I'm not the biggest fan of Fully Cooley. Is there anything in AS yet? Which AS? To Your Eternity. I'm gonna go A. I want to do S. I want to do S. But there's like 7 episodes of like massive lull. And I can't ignore that. Like, I can't ignore the fact that show has a lot of lulling points. But it's offset to bring it to A because what it does, especially towards the later part, is really good. And Tasty Peach is amazing. Yeah, the animation's not great. Even when it was, what was it? Studio... Who did the first season? Whoever did the first season kind of dropped the ball after the first core. Not even the first core, like within the first 8 episodes. So, at least with this studio, they kind of kept it consistently not great. It was fine. Yeah, it was Brains Base. That's right. Brains Base was really amazing at first. Holy crap! Like the first 6 or so episodes of the season 1 was great. But then they just kind of went downhill. But no, what they did with season 2 is fantastic. The mechanics they introduced with the second season is fantastic. It really restored my hope for the series. I was having a death fatigue, and I think the writer sort of brought into play something really cool to get rid of that fatigue. And I'm very curious how they'll do with the next season for it. So season 2 started slow for you. Give it a C, probably. Don't watch it. That's why I was perfectly clear. I think I did a review, right? I think I did a review. What I tell most people is like, just expect it's gonna have massive lulling. Like, I can't excuse it. Even with the first season, the prison arc sucked. I'm not gonna excuse it. But it does cool things. Eventually it gets to these really cool hitting points. So it's up to you if you want to go through all the lulling like we all did. So yeah, it was. I mean, the very beginning, like the first episode was fine. Then it had like a pretty blah segment, and then it like kicks off, and then you get to the point where he's trying to build up the city, and then it blahs again, and then it ends like really amazing. So it's all over the place. Like, it's like season 2 starts. Here's where season 2 starts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That was 20. It just kind of goes like... Anyways, joke dead. My Hero Academia. Season 15 or something like that. Here up in season 3 stays. And I think season 3 is going to be really good because I think she knows better modern drama than anything. Hero Aka. I'm not going to mince it. D. It's fine. It's not trash anymore, but it's... It's shonen. It's become shonen. It's very shonen. At some point, My Hero Academia became shonen. It's just shonen. I'm not really excited to watch any episodes of it. It started really good. Like, I love the whole fight and everything like that. The big, massive battle and everything. But then it just became shonen. We're in the dark period of the shonen. And it's shonen. But I tell you it was shonen. Season 6 is 9 out of 10. Nice. 7. Oh, you're saying season 7. I think you guys are saying score 7 out of 10. I mean, I would agree with that. I mean, everything in a sense of less enjoyable. I think that it's not a lot. Every part of your life would be so enjoyable. It's been shonen since day one. It was a very progressive shonen. Don't be... That's what I'm meaning. Like, when My Hero Academia first started, it felt very much different than the standard shonens. Like, they were doing crazy animation. They were pacing it right. It had a great start to it. I liked the beginning of it. I think the first season was fantastic. Second season was fantastic. I think even the third season I liked. And then it just kind of became very samey. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Oh, you're talking about To Your Eternity. Okay. I kind of assumed that, but it just happens that I kind of shift to the next show and then I get confused. Battle shonens can be great, but some are amazing. Yeah. Tried to like it, but couldn't. All right, Alexandra Dragon, take care, man. Thanks for dropping by. God, I gotta start getting into some shows that I really like because I feel like I'm being super negative. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. It's very... This is like a combination of... It's like a combination of Ningen Fushin and Eminence in Shadow, in my opinions on it. Brand the production committees and desire for movies and to be produced. Yeah, I mean, it's sucky in the idea that it's just that's anime business. It's sometimes as much you want to have passion for a project, it always ends up as money. Nothing to say they did because Japan public didn't like how he wanted to do it. The movies? There's so much chatting back and forth that I'm getting lost. I'm sorry. I am negative by nature? What? Yeah, as long as I explain myself, I think it's fine. Yeah. The drama is so annoying in Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. Right. Right. I don't think anybody's gonna get angry at me on this one. I'm like between C and D. I love Anne Hofford, even though I feel like I should be hating her by magic of the world itself. I think Chalet's fine. Mithril de Pato is amazing. And everybody else in the show sucks. I have a review coming out, or did I already post it? I have a review coming out, or it might be posted already, where I literally put this, the thumbnail says, everyone's a dirtbag. That's literally the show. It's everyone's a dirtbag show. This writer is not good at conflict or writing conflict. It just kind of turns into everybody's mean. And Alan Hofford is great. Negative by Nature Rancher's newest album dropping soon. Don't diss the tracks on terrible anime. It's C or D. I think C. I'll leave it in the C for now. I still think I like Anne Hofford. I love the three main characters, I'm sick of seeing Jonas, and I'm sick of every other character. Every character besides them, I just don't want to meet any characters. Like, it's gotten to the point now where it's like, somebody comes on the screen, I'm like, all right, we'll see how long it takes before they become a dirtbag. It's just dumbly cruel. Wait until he gets to Onimai. Then he will be sufferable. On another note, does anyone know where the 10 to 12 of Mushoku Prince, when they're gonna get reprints? I don't know. Anybody would know. I would love to have had that information when I was looking for mine. I didn't see the Apple Fairy anime. You probably shouldn't. Sugar Masters are nice at least. Crisps, just wait. Just wait for season 2. You just wait. They're all gonna turn into dirtbags. And one of them could have helped her, and he didn't. Yeah, Jonas showing up every 2 seconds was so annoying. Yeah, the designs are beautiful. I think she has a great design. Like, the visual style is beautiful as hell. Like, they did a great job adapting it visually. So, unrelated, but what I think of Hyoka, I haven't started it. It wasn't available on legal services, and so I never watched it. And then I bought the Blu-ray to watch it, and I haven't gotten a chance to. So, Nagatoro. S just for the thigh grab. S just for the thigh grab. No, I think B is good. I'm gonna do B. It's got second season syndrome like Uzaki, where it's like I'm kind of like, all right. I feel like second season had a payoff at the end, which is nice. But there is a little bit of a fatigue happening with the joke, and I kind of wanted to move on at this point. So that's because I'm biased, but A tier, B plus. Yeah, Hyoka would be the, was it Kiani mystery one? I'll eventually watch it. I think B's good though. It's a solid series. I still enjoy it. I'm just getting a little tired of it at this point, so. Yeah, the family was good though. I mean, that was kind of like Izaki-chan. I enjoyed the family, but just the main gimmick kind of got tiresome. I dropped this. It was trash. Technoroid. I didn't see any potential in the show whatsoever, so I just kind of dropped it. It's fine. Is this? It is. It's time, people. Are you ready? Y'all been waiting. Everybody's calling me a negative Nancy. It's time. Our first S. Yes, we finally have a show in this tier list that's an S. It would actually be probably S as many times as I can, but yeah, that's Bungo Stray Dogs. Watching Eccentric Family, and I'm having a blast. Dude, Eccentric Family is amazing. I love that show. It's one of my favorite of all time. Yay, finally I'm seeing people in the chat that actually watched Bungo Stray Dogs. I feel like I'm always alone on this show, and it's like I don't have anybody to talk about it with. Dropped season 1 and 2 episodes. I actually dropped the first season in a couple episodes too, but then I went back to it and tried again, and it just keeps getting better. Like, Bungo Stray Dogs is one of those series that, like, the more you watch it, it just gets better and better and better and better. Like, there's a character for everyone. Every character is so well written, and it just needs time to kind of develop. The writer is so good at just having a massive cast that every character is important. The first season is just kind of slow, in my opinion. It's like it's super slow at the first. Second season was really, really good. Fantastic, in my opinion. Season 3 started really rough, but then the second part was really good. And season 4 is like freaking 10 out of 10. Like, season 4 is literally 10 out of 10, probably 15 out of 10. It's so good. Visually, it's amazing. Like, the animation's incredible. Action scenes are great. It's freaking violent as hell at times. Like, I thought it was like a pretty boy show with a bunch of pretty boys. It has pretty boys. But it's like super violent. It is very, especially this season, super violent. Yeah, season 4 is the season. Like, season 2 is really, like I said, season 2 was really good. The later part of season 3 was really good. But season 4 is like we're going to the moon as certain groups say. Yeah, season 5 is in summer, and I am super happy that was announced because damn. Yes, I've watched the Dead Apple movie like 50 damn times because every time I finish an episode, it makes you it tries to get me to watch Dead Apple again. Thank you, Crunchyroll, for your season layout. Dazai is a force of nature. Dazai-kun. Dazai. Freaking love that show. My gosh, what's her face's the doctor's backstory was super good. Like, oh, that was terrible. Like, super bad. Oof, I love it. I love that show so much. S tier. It's great. Yeah, I'm getting like 5 different people I know to get into it though. Like, Earthly said he started it, but he's not watching it fast enough. So I gotta get on him like every day. Yeah, I kind of knew that they were gonna announce another season because it's really popular in Japan. Like, it's super popular in Japan. It's very barrel-shaped, right? It looks like a big shoe. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it looks like a... If you flipped it, it looked like a nice little spade. Monogatari. Malevolent Spirits. Somebody got angry at me for saying Monogatari. I know it's Monogatari. We need you to rap something that's posted in the Discord. As long as it doesn't get me banned from YouTube. Gintoki, a surprise at Gintama, new show. Oh, surprise. Okay. I read up. I got me confused. Well, this is a good show. It's not great. It's starting to feel shonen-y already. Like, it's kind of got that whole setup. The first episode sets up what's kind of driving him. He hates everything. He learns to like things. And now we're kind of settling into the shonen area of building up and stuff. It's a good-looking show. I like the chemistry so far. They're relying a little bit too much on his kind of, his obliviousness. Like, the dude's a little bit too oblivious. They play too much on it, having him seem like he's angry, and then, like, the end of the episode, they realize he wasn't even thinking about it. But it's a good show. Yes, that's a really good way of putting it. It's kind of like a side dish. It's not your main course. You're not going after it, but when you watch it, you enjoy it. Yeah. It does have a lot of trappings of kind of older style power-up shonen Sugimugami type stuff, so, but it's good. I enjoy it. It was surprisingly entertaining. Did they announce another season, right? Yeah, they did. They have another season of this coming. YouTube randomly recommended Gintama trailer unless the summer be posting it. They're listening to you. Yeah, for showing it was surprisingly good, yeah. Dropped. And it's probably trash too. No, not trash. It wasn't, I mean, I wanted to get back to it. I just didn't like the main character. I think that's the only reason I never got back to it. I wanted to, because I really liked the world they were building for that series. Reincarnated Master of the Blade or whatever. I'm guessing based on Hack's response, it never got better. No, the waifus. I wanted to get back to it, but at the same time, it's one of those ones where every time I thought about the main character, I had no desire to. Like, I had no feel. Like, oh, man, I can't wait to get back. And I never wanted to. It's another wasted potential. Yeah, I can see that. I don't necessarily see that being one of those ones that gets very far in its first season. And it might get another season announcement. I mean, they've been second season some weird stuff lately. You read the light novel of it? Probably better. When did I drop it? I watched up until the point where they introduced a new faction that wanted to cause a stir between the Highlanders and the people of the land. And they killed the guy that turned into a big old monster that was in, like, the first episode. So, like, 3 episodes, I guess? Hey, Aaron, what's going on, man? Just got here. 2 of my shows got dropped. Sorry. Welcome to the stream, though. This is never gonna finish, so we're not doing that one. Dropped it. I can't do it anymore. As much as I love Mikey and I love Draken, I can't do it. I can't. Another one that I have zero motivation to get to watching it, and I have heard nothing but negative things about the manga, so it's kind of one of those ones where I'm like, I think I just need to cut off now and just be done with it. I don't think I need to get back into that show. QB, thanks for the 3 months as an Otaku Spirit member. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support. It means a lot, man. Hope you're doing well. I don't really watch Trashy Sekai, but they don't get, because they don't get season 2s. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. There's a few of them that kind of surprised me. Like, when Tsukimichi got another season, I was really excited about that. Don't really, can't believe he dropped it? Which one? Oh, Tokyo Revengers, yeah. Tokyo Revengers been trash. I was okay with season 1. I just like the backstory stuff. I hate the time stuff. I'm usually not, like, big negative on time travel stuff, but damn. Damn, I hate the time stuff in this one. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And Otaku text. Just Roxy's. Just Roxy's, that's all. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done with it. I've moved on with my life. Sunlesse. I'll go with A. I think Sunlesse goes A. I don't think it's a perfect show. It's not a visually amazing show. Yeah, kind of the sleeper hit. I kind of came into it knowing I was probably going to enjoy it because it had a tsundere character, villainous and stuff. But I wasn't really expecting the route they went with it. It's a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed it. The ending was super surprising. I got emotional with the last episode, so I love it. It had some rough parts in the middle part of it, but I think it kind of corrected itself. Have you seen the Holy Panty display in Anime Japan? I think somebody posted a picture of it, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a solid A. I'll give it props for having a solid story. It neatly wraps up. Yeah, it wrapped up really nicely. Did a lot more than I thought it would do, so. You see, I've yet to watch a villainous anime? How are you dodging those suckers? There's like one a season. Not really that often, but Urusei Yatsura, my love. Urusei Yatsura, my love. Urusei Yatsura, my love. I'm gonna put it B. Sadly, I'm gonna do B. I think it's very, very beautifully done. Visually, the style and everything. I think it looks great. When the humor hits, it hits. I think my favorite episode was probably with, What's-His-Face's sister and the guy that she's obsessed with and her chucking grenades at him to stop him. I just think it's kind of neutered in a way. Like, I really do feel like after 2 cores of it, I just feel like it's lost a lot of its flavor of the old style and the riskiness of the old style. Yeah, the censorship ruined it, I think, in a little bit. Like, there was a lot of the humor was the mischievous and immature nature of the nudity. And I feel like because it misses that, there's a lot of dry parts that are kind of missing. Not that I need that. Not that I need that to make it funny, but you have to replace it with something else. And if they're keeping it pretty good to the original and missing that, it doesn't make any sense. Urusei Yatsura, Ranma 1/2, they're juvenile. They're very juvenile about the mature raunchiness of it. And so it makes me like not want a Ranma. Like if they do a Ranma 1/2 remake, I don't want it. For sure don't want it. Yatsura is telling me how you can censor a show without censoring it. Like, they don't even get risque with it. That's the weird thing. It's just like the first episode did a risque thing with it, and they never do it again. Like, it's just completely avoiding it. which is weird. I mean, my memory could be wrong. Like, I haven't watched the original Urusei Yatsura in forever, but I remember it being pretty juvenile about it. And it's kind of missing that, so. They need to have it not censored with how it was handled. No, I don't want it. And that's the thing. It's like, who are you going for? Like, who is this for? Like, are you trying to get a new audience? They're not going to get the humor. Like, you're playing on nostalgia while trying to build a new audience, and you're not going to get it when it's not... It's dated. like this humor is extremely dated. This is, like, old school slapstick comedy, so why would you not play into the nostalgic fandom? Why make it for a new fandom? It's very bizarre. I don't know what exactly... who it's for besides to disappoint the old fans, so... I don't hate it. I'm a little disappointed in it. I like how the way they try to get the old some jokes, but not as raunchy, right? I'm triggered when I hear who is this for. I'm reminded of Velma show. That's alright. I get triggered by It's a Secret now, and there's people that get triggered by how do I say this? Pruning toint. Yeah, pruning toint. I don't want to say the actual thing because it'll get people upset. If you know, you know. Angel Next Door spoils me rotten. Drop. T. I dropped it. Never went back. I'm not even sad about it. Yeah, I think if I finished it, it would probably end up here. So it's probably a good thing that I dropped it. People would be angry if I continued to watch it because it would end up in here. I didn't like the dialogue. The main guy, the way he talks was super freaking creepy. It made no sense to me. So I got sick of it and walked away. She's beautiful though. I mean, I'm not gonna, is it Hana, right? I think she's beautiful, but I think this dude's a creep way he talks. He's super creepy how he talks. You don't ask a girl that just, you know, nursed you back to health if she was expecting him to ask her to do something else in his bed. That's not something you ask a random girl when she's in your house. But we just kind of shrug it off and move on. He's creepy in a way. And it's just a friendly reminder that you need Gintama in your life. I do. I freaking need it badly. I just need to get time to watch it. Like, Gintama is not like an if. It's just a when. Everything about Gintama looks great. And I just have never gotten the time to do it. One of these days. I mean, who likes it because they don't, and who don't, so don't, what? Oh, okay. Those who like it, don't, who don't. How you doing today? What's up, Viston? Doing good, how are you? Is that an Onimai character in your profile pic? Big thumbs up. They were too cold, the art was so go. They were too cold, the art was so go. What the heck's that mean, Shadow? Maybe we should vote out Gintama for the watch along. That would work. Please. Give me an excuse to watch it. We just gotta figure out when we can get one that'll... But I don't know if anybody's gonna vote for it because it's too long. Awesome, Viston. I love Onimai, like, too much. Handyman Saito, Another World. Let's move away from the waifu wars. S tier. I'm not gonna say it's S tier like Bungo. Maybe it's A. It's like low A or high A, low S. I don't know if I want to put an S. I'll put an whatever. Nah, I'll put an A. No, I'm gonna keep an A. I'm not massive on it because there is a problem with it. A's fine. A's fine. Yeah, Handyman Saito is super underrated. I think more people should watch it. Nothing sadder than half Laughing Pond? We don't get half Laughing Ponds. Oh, somebody having a half Laughing Pond, I guess it's kind of sad. I mean, Saito is there. No, I like... The beginning segments of Saito is hilarious. Like, super funny. Then when they get into the labyrinth and they have that whole tower demon thing and the assassin, it went down a lot for me. I was really afraid I wasn't going to like the show anymore. And then once they got away from the tower demon and the assassin thing and they moved away from it, it got super good again. Like, somebody lose their unit, We start getting the Doki Dokis in the air between Rauza and Saitama. Saitama. That would have been a really interesting show if it was Handyman Saitama. But yeah, the love stuff. The last episode was freaking gold with Laufenpon. Actually, yeah, it did really good for a fantasy romance element to it. Just enough in there for me to be satisfied. Like, the beginning was really good. End was really good. It just has this really nasty spot in the middle, and that's why I can't give it Handy Fist Saitama. The whole middle section is, like, super rough. Mainly, like, I like what they did with Morlock in the middle part. Was really cool. But, like, the assassin and the witch was, like, so... You love the middle stuff? We gotta talk later, Earthly. You're gonna have to explain that one to me. Like I said, Morlock's thing was cool in the middle area, but that whole assassin story and the witch was like... Was super shrug. Was super shrug. Don't deny it was super shrug. The middle stuff was why you liked it? Interesting. So I got two people against me now. Who's gonna back me up on this? Who's gonna back me up on this? It's cold outside. Get some Roxy, some glows. Where's Roxy naked at? I didn't know where that's at. Kinda. It's C or D for me. I can't decide. I probably would go D. My Roxy swimsuit pick just above you? Oh. I forgot that I changed it from the studying Roxy. No, she's fine up there. She's nice and warm. I'm like, what the hell are we talking about? No, what's good is what's behind it. Just very briefly. I can't show it too long because YouTube. Isekai are already bad, but isekai with gimmicks are even worse. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the gimmick. Sometimes it makes it refreshing. Would I have Buddy Daddy? I don't think we've done Buddy Daddies yet, have I? Yeah, I haven't done Buddy Daddy yet. Wait, do I have Buddy Daddy? Did I do Buddy Daddy already? I did... No. Where's my... Did I not do Buddy Daddy? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, I'm blind. I'm freaking blind. Oh, okay, sorry. We'll get to Buddy Daddies. Anyways, what were they doing? Yeah, Kaina did... I had a lot of hope for Kaina. I like the writer. Nihei, right? I love Nicedonia, Apozims. I've read a lot of his stuff. I love Nicedonia's adaptation. I like the style they did for this one. I love his worlds and how they're basically typically post-apocalyptic where you're discovering the world itself. I just feel like this didn't really do anything with it. Like, it was... There's still a movie, but it's like introduce the world and then get like caught up in the most like pirate hook generic bad guy character that I really don't care about. Like, his lackey was more interesting than he was. He was just like a super boring villain. Like, I'm evil. Ah, I'll chop you up. It was just really boring. Not that I need like some sort of like deep plot line for every villain character, but if he's gonna be your driving plot point for the whole like 3/4 of the show, do something cool with them. Like, I just don't need to see a cackling bad guy the entire freaking season. A lot of potential for discovery and stuff that they just completely just kind of flushed. Andrew has his moments where he can't comprehend why people like exactly what he didn't like in the case Aquatope My Sen. I don't really have a problem with it. I'm fine with people enjoying things. I think I was pretty clear that I was happy that people like what they liked in the second part of it. I mean, there's sometimes where I won't understand it, of course, but not that I'm not for people enjoying things. Like, people love Angel Next Door. It's fine. But you're right. Sometimes I can't comprehend it. Aquatope, voice of potential. That was my opinion. That was my opinion. Might deal with Buddy Daddies. Maybe Buddy Daddies will do a second season and it won't work out. I don't gatekeep. I need to do that more often. Start banning people for liking things I don't like. Exorcist I'm liking more than I thought I would. It's not great, but it's a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be. So it's better than Beau Free, sorry. It's just kind of... It is OP main character, which I typically don't like, but it's different in how it plays out because it's kind of like... It's obviously using, like, exorcist skills rather than, like, fireballs and stuff like that. I like how it kind of tricks people with the idea that he's producing magic, but he's not. But I will say that, like, most of the fights are kind of just shrug, because it's always him, like, disappearing from papers and then blasting them. He's kind of boring in fights, but it's fine. Like, it's not doing anything great. I won't sell anybody on it. It's super dark in the end, seemingly. I'll be curious how they're going to wrap up the last episode, but shrug, it's fine. Did he feed the guy to the demons in the anime as well, or did they skip that? Yeah. He did it like twice, I think, right? Yeah, the dragon CGI was bad. The dragon CGI was super bad. It was like something out of like a cel-shaded video game, like out of nowhere. I'm like, this doesn't fit. This is not where this needs to go. This is another world of C or B for me. Does need to learn magic aside from his powers he does have. He doesn't really learn it because he has no potential to it. He's just using his extra ability to produce it. Like, they literally at the beginning said that he had no potential for magic. Unless something changed and I forgot. Nier, which is never going to end. I really like it. I'm gonna say A now, for now. I'm gonna stay A for Nier now. I just don't know where it's going from here. Like, it can completely get crappy for me. Like, it's literally me. We're like only 8 episodes in, so it can go completely downhill. So I'm not gonna trust that it's gonna be S tier yet. Dropped it too pretentious. No, I love it. Like, I think the world's really fascinating. You had a rough start, but it's been pretty good. Yeah. Nier Automata anime, I might start it when it restarts. It restarted already, and then it went to the hiatus again. So it's kind of one of those ones where you might just want to wait until they say, okay, the final episode's coming up, and then watch it. Watch Exorcist, and it executed well. And the character writing is good. I do like the characters in it. Apparently it's supposed to be 2 core. Yeah, we'll see. No, Shook Up Videos, best series. Yeah, I love it. Welcome to the stream, Logie. Yeah, I like it. It's very visually nice. I like the style of it. I dropped Spy Classroom. Don't care. I started the first episode and then it kind of delayed and I never went back to it. Is Nier still suspended? Yes. They haven't announced when it's coming back. I'm disappointed with Nier, but I think it's not bad yet. Bungo S tier. Wow. I thought I was the only Bones Boy liked that show. The finale was amazing. Can't wait for next season. It's super good. Like, that's the reason I put like 5 million S's in there. Bungo Stray Dogs is amazing. Watched the first episode too and never got back to it. Spy Classroom is pretty bad, so disappointing. It's kind of one of those ones where if I'd ever want to touch it, I'd probably just do the source material. That's what I did with the Kubo. I may just watch it after that if it's all out. Yeah. I'm going to get back on Kubo once it comes back. That's for sure. Inukai-san's dog. For what it's doing, I think C's fine. For what it's doing it fine. But dang if this chick isn't crazy. No, I'm putting D. I'm putting D for Doggo. Yes, D for Doggo. Earthly got it. I think D's fine. I don't... It's kind of one of those ones where what it's doing it fine, but it never really... It kind of surprised me, to be honest. The moment she started chasing him around with her skirt up, I was like, holy crap, this is going to get weird, and that's what's going to be fun. But it never really got to that level again. Like, it just kind of just... You could do ecchi, and that's fine. Doing ecchi with something, like some sort of weird twist to it, like every now and then, do something super over the top, it works. And it did that a couple times, like somehow managing to attach himself to Nekotani, and she's running down the hall, and he climbs up and starts freaking peeling her ears to make her turn, which doesn't make any sense, because like he pulled her right ear and made her turn left, which didn't make any sense to me, but we're going with it. It did like really crazy over the top stuff every now and then, which made me kind of laugh out loud. But it didn't do it enough. It just didn't do it enough. Not with a dog. Lower D, B, B, A, good. Story, boring characters, bland. I feel like you're trying to make a joke there. And I'm completely missing it. Dropped out of the first 2 episodes. Chicken say she is freaking straight. Inukai is nuts. Like this dude... I was making a joke on the idea that the whole concept here is that he becomes a dog, and then he learns about the other side of Inukai. And it's supposed to be this way of seeing this other side of this girl you really love. It turns out she's nuts. So it's like, why didn't she kiss her? Why doesn't he kiss her and get the hell out of there? Because from what I've seen of her, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near her. Because the moment you become a human again, it's not like she's going to give you the time of day. This is a girl that only cares about licking a dog's face. She doesn't want to have anything to do with people. So, I don't know. I have no clue where the story's actually going with that. It doesn't sound good. It sounds like a nope, get out. But, hey, the guy likes what he's doing. So, you know, good on him. You say B, B-A, but Booba? Oh, okay. The melons. I'm sorry, I'm slow today. I'm a little bit slow today. The first special come out already? I'll have to check it out. Farming life in another world. Yep. Sorry. As soon as he becomes human, death. He's gonna die. Alright, was this made? The Inukai one or farming life? But would he forgive her for if he knew? Oh my gosh. That went dark. Why didn't I think of that? Like one day she just wakes up or one day he wakes up and he's in a kennel and he's in a doctor's office and they freaking neuter him. That went dark. That went dark real fast. Anyways, yeah, farming life is D for me. Super boring. I kind of had hope for it early on because it had this whole aspect of like farming but not really farming because he's not really farming. He's just hitting the ground. I have 2 major problems with farming life in another world. One, it spent way too much time just introducing girls, which I'm fine with waifus. They're a bunch of cute waifus. Every single one of the waifus is great. But when you spend like, what, like 1/2 of every single episode or 1/3 of every episode, just here's a third of the episode, introduce girl. Okay, girl's been introduced. Next third of the episode, here's a new girl. All right, girl's introduced. And then the final third of the episode, oh, here's a girl. Here's a girl. All right, we got a girl. Next episode, all right, there's a new girl. Let's introduce the girl into the village. It's just that over and over again. Every like third or half of the episode is just introduce another girl. Again, I'm fine with it. I mean, they're cute girls. But when the whole show is introducing the girls not doing anything with them, it's just kind of like, all right. Second problem. At some point, somebody got pregnant. I don't know how they got pregnant. Somebody said that they were pretty clear that he was apparently banging him. And so it's kind of insulting the idea that the show can't be mature enough to say that he's sleeping with them. Like, are we not grown up enough to say that he's sleeping with them? Are we that sensitive that we can't say that? Are we too afraid that people seeing that the waifus are he's having sex with them, that they're not going to buy their... That's all I can think of. Like, they literally made this show, and they were afraid of adapting that he's sleeping with them because they want to sell merch. I think it's like kind of a slap to the face of anybody watching the show. Can we not be mature enough to be okay with that? I don't know. There's a lot of things about it that frustrate me, so... Like, I had, like, a whole video idea that I wanted to do this season where I wanted to complain about the fact that anime is treating us like children when it shouldn't be. Where it's like, this idea of, can anime grow up at this point and just... What's wrong with saying that he's sleeping with them? Why do I have to find out when suddenly girls got a belly bulge and they don't know what the hell happened? Sorry. Rant over. That's my TED Talk. That's why I don't like the show. Yeah, they censored it. Well, I am 47, and I still don't know how babies are born. It's the stork. You know, have you watched Peter Grill? It's the stork. The stork brings them. Yeah, Vampire Girl and Angel Girl should have popped kids at the same time. Well, that's a surprise. There you go. Please Make Babies is literally an anime genre to combat shoshiki. Yeah, that's like the whole idea of what I was making in my video about the waifu anime. It's like trying to make this appealing aspect of childbirth and having kids and stuff. His almighty tool is a censored, I guess. He just hacks the ground and censors his own self. Makes no sense that the censorship, yeah. We're not old enough, Andrew. That's what I'm finding out. That's like didn't they do that in 30s? Somebody said that they kind of did the same thing in 30s. Like a time jump and suddenly there's a baby. It's like we can't acknowledge that it exists. Just pop the baby out. Here it is. Congratulations. That's why they have a declining birth rate now. Well, I mean, every country has a declining birth rate. There's only like... The only place that's an exception to that is like the Middle East. Like everywhere else, America has a declining birth rate. Everywhere is declining birth rate. Nobody wants to have children anymore. We have internet to keep us busy. We're entertained all the time by our phones. We don't want to have kids. I do, eventually. It's just not yet. Oh, babies are isekai. That makes sense. All the babies have been isekai. That's why the declining birth rates... They're all being sent to other worlds where they have harems, and so we're losing all of our children in the Japanese culture to isekais. That's a good idea for an anime. The government tries to figure out what's causing all the children to disappear to other worlds where there's harems. Yeah, we do have a lot of people coming here, so it kind of counters it. Plus, there's a lot of cultures that have come to America that do like still having children, so... Anyways, Onimai. Trash. You should not watch Onimai. It's disgusting. It's about a sister that forces her older brother to becoming a girl. It's super fetishy. Way too much fan service. The OP is like just completely disgusting. It's got the Fujoshi joke. Like all the characters are archetypes. You have the Gyaru with big boobs. You have the Fujoshi character. You have the tomboy character, child genius character, the Genki character. It's all trash. Anime News Network is here. They took over, Andrew. Please sure to go watch our new coverage on animenewsnetwork.com. Thank you. Signing out. Peace out. Yeah, it's a joke. Nobody's gonna believe me. Yes, it's S tier. Yes, it's it goes up there with Bungu on the S tier. Yeah, it's good. Do I need to explain? I think most people probably watched my video. It did decently well. It's super good. What's up, dude? Halt. I seen your message earlier, so at least you made it back. Are you kidding? This show costed me a pizza. Yeah, it is. I was fighting. It was fighting for me for another show, which we haven't gotten into yet, so I'm not gonna mention it. It fought with another show this season, but like it just kept so good. Like it just kept good all the way to the end, from beginning to end. It kept consistently good. It's funny, it's cute, it's fluffy, it's heartwarming. Bind did an incredible job adapting it. They basically made an anime. They didn't adapt a manga. They made an anime. Super good looking visually. I love the characters, every single one of them. It's super good. Onimai is etchy trash. Forced guy to be a girl. It's trash. I just did all that stuff. The reason why I did the joke part or the beginning so I can cover everybody's criticism, so it doesn't work anymore. Onimai is cute and funny, so it must be very good. It's got, I mean, it's got a win right there for me. But no, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's literally, I think it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I didn't really think about it yet, but I think it's probably 10 out of 10 for me. I think it's just great. Like Bind did an incredible job adapting it, because I read the manga alongside of it, and to see what they kind of did with that source material was incredible. In the last episode, when they adapted the onsen episode finally, was perfect. I almost felt like they could have did that scene a little bit better with the squeaky, but they still did a great job of it. Yeah, it's like slice of life, cute girls doing cute things. I think that's like the two major aspects of it. Like it does have a little bit of drama in there, but it's not heavy enough that it's too heavy. But when it does the drama and the heavy heartfelt stuff, it's really good. I just supported you with the joke, Andrew. That's the thing, though. Like, I was trying to think earlier if I've ever run into another gender bend show that I actually liked. Like, typically, whenever these what was that other one? Was it Himegoto? Was that the gender bend one? Like, most gender bend ones are either going like super fetishy for comedy and they get repetitive, or they just don't work. I think the only one that comes to mind is probably Cheeky Angel. I think Cheeky Angel is the only one that I actually liked that was a gender bend show. I'm late. I did finish Farming one. I read the manga, and they also didn't explain the pregnancy with the vampire. Just woke up one day and she was basically dead. Okay, so they felt like the manga wasn't the manga readers weren't grown up enough either. So that's nothing new there. And Nami talked about a girl on her period, but didn't talk about it and where babies were come from, and is still under the impression if she had a orgasm, her head would explode. I like that aspect of it. I think that was a great way to stuff that out, because, again, I mean, the obvious is that, like, the first thing you're going to do is try out the equipment, right? And I thought that was a really good way of getting around it by just having Miharu go, look, your mind's going to blow up. You shouldn't do that. And so he just stays away from it, and then he gets used to it, which is kind of interesting. So it's a good way of getting around it being like super awkward, questionable. Behind on a lot of shows this season. It's a hard season to keep up with. It was a very difficult season to keep up with. Gender bend where completely F the source material piss jokes and discipline of the wise man. Oh my gosh, are you talking about oh yeah, disciple of the wise man. Okay, I read discipline. I'm like, wait, no, you're talking about, oh no, it is disciple. He professed herself pupil of the wise man. That's what it was. Yeah, in another world with my bladder is what I call it. So you know in the future, if you want to talk about that show, just say in another world with my bladder. I'll know what you're talking about. Every 2 seconds, he has to use the restroom. Cheeky Angel, I feel like I feel so dated having watched that title. It's super rough looking. Like, even back when I watched it, I hated the art style, but I got used to it. and it started having like a charm to it. But that was actually a really good show. I still want somebody to license that because it was a real fun show. Super long though. With the Bladder show, source material is actually amazing. I don't doubt it. You typically, whenever I run into a show and it's really boring or just annoys me, it's typically like the source material is good. Another World with My Bladder was so stupid. One of the worst shows. Freaking Web Gaming showed me a picture that he actually bought that show. And I asked him if on the back of the Blu-ray, if it said like something about like how many bathroom scenes it has. Like a counter or something on the back of it as a joke. I hated it. Ice Blade Sorcerer, I did not like it. I mean, I dropped it after 3 or 4 episodes, and I had just nothing about it was working for me. If somebody likes it, all the power to you. I see nothing in that show. I literally couldn't attach myself to anything in that show. I watched Chicky Angel. Well, I haven't heard that name in ages. It was like, what, a 2001 show? Something like that. It's like early 2000. Watched Robotech when it came out, so that's how it dated it. Yeah, me too. Don't feel so bad. Just like it didn't make sense about Ava's Next Life, light novel and anime. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, because that's technically... What was it? 80,000 Gold. Yeah, 80,000 Gold was the same writer as Average Next Life. I didn't like Average Next Life. I loved 80,000 Gold, though. But again, yeah, the source material might be really good. I'm on episode 7 of Ice Blade. I'm sorry. Are you enjoying it? Ice Blade has all the tropes, though, including Macho Guy. Yeah, it does. I did see that. It wasn't trashy enough. Super boring. Yeah. Like, it turns this whole section where he's just, like, making a garden on the roof. And it's like, okay, cool. This is really cool. Gotta add more to his waifu group, I guess. Normal going to school with OP Mage. Yeah, it was kind of doing the whole OP Mage, but it was like the PTSD. I used to be like a soldier that killed a bunch of people, but now I'm having this fun life flexing flexing muscles with my friends in school. It's like, are we going to do the PTSD thing? Or are we just having fun in school? Is there a purpose to say that he used to kill a bunch of people? Were the shows in S tier? Bungo Stray Dogs and Onimai. Both, not just S tier, they're S tier. So there you go. Kubo's not done. It's restarting that season. Trigun Stampede. I thought the 80,000 Gold was really good. I really like it. Really hope it gets another season. I don't think it will, but I really want it. Like, I really want it. Common Oni my W. Should have gone for full quality or full trash. Yeah, it'd probably be funner if it actually just had fun with it. Funner if it had fun with it. Yeah, that's what I said. 8,000 is kind of old. Like the source material old. Trigun. I think it was fine. I'm gonna do B. Low B I think is good for it. It's not amazing. The first half was kind of shrug. It got good at the end, and it has me like pretty dang excited for the next season. Like, if they end up doing what I think they're gonna do, I can't wait to see a certain character if they actually do it. But it was fine. Like, I'm kind of like, it's fine. I like it. B, good. Read ahead in the manga 80,000, so I'll be fun to see how it plays out. What's up, Brian? Hope you're doing well. I think it might be author's first one for 80,000 or what? Or are you talking about Ice Blade? Really hoping that Now I'm Your Sister gets season 2. I am as well. I was kind of bummed they didn't announce it at the end of the season, which they did technically tease it. If you want some hopium for the Onimai fans out there, if you want hopium, there was the whole train scene where it was, saying Onimai, next up Onimai, they were technically in the second cab, and so there was a 2 over the side. So it says Onimai, and then there's a 2 over here. So if you're looking like something to grab onto and give you some sort of hope, there's something for you. I'm not gonna take that for anything, because I know a lot of people read way too much into things like that. But if you want something, there you go. But I won't count on it, unfortunately. I only count on it when it actually gets announced. Really enjoyed my review for 80,000, Ender. That's why I like your channel and get me into shows I wasn't really thinking about. Well, appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. At least somebody watched that. Like, that was one of those ones that didn't really do that well. I enjoyed talking about it, though. I love doing reviews even if it doesn't do well. If I just enjoy talking about it. Grab that bone. Take whatever you can get, right? Most people remember that Trigun character mostly for the anime manga. I can't really remember the characters doing anything wow in the manga. And it was technically going for an original, so it's kind of... I've seen people talk about, based on the Maxim, it's supposed to kind of be going more for that, but I came into Trigun Stampede as it being original, so I didn't expect it to be the old show. I didn't expect it to be the manga. I'm just going with whatever they give me. And it was fine. What do you think of the Gender Bin anime Ayakashi Triangle? What did you think of that one? Personally, I think the manga is better. I watched an episode of it and I dropped it until the uncensored version comes out. It's just the stickers were too much. Now I need to do research a similar manga and recommend it to buying. I'm really curious if the I don't know if it was Earthly that was saying it. Somebody was suggesting that they could possibly do J.K. Ohara, and I think that would be great. Vine so far has been the studio of doing uncomfortable truths, things that are uncomfortable to see, but they actually have something to talk about. So Mashoko and Onimai are uncomfortable truths. So let me take a quick break real quick. I'm gonna go stretch my legs and get another drink. I'll be right back, guys. Dang. Yuki joined me, but she's laid down too fast, so nobody got to see her. Maybe she'll stand up later on. Somebody did a self-insert of Mushoku Tensei, or was that a joke? I see in the chat somebody said something about self-insert doesn't work for Mushoku Tensei. I'm like, there's a lot of elements that you can kind of relate to, but it's more relatability than a self-insert. Ice Cold DxD is 18 plus. Yeah, pretty much. I really do hope they end up doing J.K. Haru. I checked out the manga, and it was okay. Again, but like I said, I think it's one of those ones that's kind of primed for Bind to do it, because what I've seen with Onimai, they do like a really good job of expanding stuff, and I think J.K. Haru could really do good having like an expanded story, because there is certain elements in it that it's, what's the best term? It's very raunchy, but at the same time, it does technically have undertones that are kind of interesting. So, again, uncomfortable truths. If you're a female that got isekai to another world, there's very few routes you can go, and it sounds very kind of it's kind of like the whole thing with a certain character in I won't say anything because that's kind of spoilery. I'll just keep my mouth shut. There's a certain show that I'm currently talking about that is kind of the same situation. People know what I'm talking about. Those that know. Just got here. What have I missed? There. What's on the screen? What's over here? You missed all of this. All right, moving on. Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. It's okay. I think Futsuki is super freaking cute. It does get pretty repetitive though, but it has a lot of really cute scenes. It's fine. Like, it's C for cold. Thank you. Why? They keep freaking equating it. D for dog, C for cold. Yeah, drop that one. I don't blame anybody. Like I said, I'm not gonna go out my way to sell anybody on it, but Futsuki is super cute. Like, man, she's super cute. Again, it's kind of like the whole waifu thing. Like, even with Angel Next Door, it's like, that's a selling point, is the waifus. She's super nice though. She's really nice. So it kind of helps. Tale of Outcast. Isn't there like another episode of this one too? Or yeah, this one has another episode, doesn't it? And I mean, unless the last episode is something really crazy, I don't think it's going to change my opinion on it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. Was very surprised how much I liked it. But at the same time, the later part of it just blah. Like, beginning was really good. Wisteria is really great. I'm forgetting the name of the guy. Marbus. Marbus and Wisteria are great. And I kind of wanted more of them just to travel. It's kind of like my same issue that I have with not Familia Zero. The Zero, Grimoire of Zero. Where it's like, it starts off with this idea of traveling around and just experiencing the world. And then it gets caught up in something. It's the same thing. Like, with this show and Grimoire of Zero have the same problem. Starts out good, let's go travel and get involved with something, turn into a big stupid fight. And I just, potential lost at that point. Potential lost at that point. Like, when they were traveling around just meeting different people that had packs, like the girl that was in that town, she was like a poor girl and everybody was shunning her, and then you found out why at the very end. It was a cool little story. I like those little stories in travel. But the moment they got caught up in the big war and everything, it just didn't do anything with it. But like I said, I did like Wisteria. I like Marbus. I really love God, I forget her name. The other girl and the dog. I thought her story was really good with the nobles and the kingdom, how they used them to find the demons. But then after that, it just goes downhill. So, I think C is good. Oh, no, B. I'm going to do B. I'm going to do B. I think B is good. So, there you go. J.K. Haru is so good. Yeah, I only read the manga. I was curious if the light novel was a lot more expanded on the story. I plan on buying them and checking them and reading them. Is it still on hiatus? This one wasn't on hiatus, unless you're talking about something else. Need to read the second volume. There's only like 3, isn't there? Like 2 and then the extra. Do you know the name of if you know the named Ristorante Paradiso? I don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell. Tomo-chan is a girl. A. I think A is good. Low A. High B. There are a lot of people that read J.K. Haru. I thought J.K. Haru was going to be like one of those kind of obscure things. It looks like a lot of people have read J.K. Haru. I never heard about it until here recently. I don't remember who brought it up. Somebody just randomly brought up J.K. Haru as a bind option. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds really good. Tomo-chan is a rom-com where missing good was missing the good rom, but had a lot of com. Yeah, my only real problem that I have with Tomo-chan as a girl is I don't care about the main couple, Tomo-chan and God, I don't care about him, so I've completely forgot his name. The guy. I did like that it wasn't that he was oblivious to the fact that she was a girl or a boy. They kind of figured that out really. Like the first episode, he literally says, "Yeah, he knows he's a girl." I didn't really care much for the main couple, but it was really Misusu early on. Misusu got me. Like I don't typically like Misusu characters. Misusu was great. Jun, yeah. Jun and Misusu's chemistry early on grabbed me. Like I was like so into it. And then at some point, Carol shows up. And I thought Carol would just be dumb, like super dumb. And then Carol turns out to be like super smart and just turned out to be like the thing to give it some fun into the show. And so it kind of turned into, I just loved Carol and Misusu. But the cool thing that happened, the thing that kind of redeemed the whole show for me was that in the end, everybody mattered. Like Tomo, Misusu, Carol, and yes, Jun on the side. Everybody mattered to make a full story. Like, if I never got another season, I'd be perfectly fine because it all kind of wrapped it up together nicely. You find out that Misusu had her own issues with the whole relationship. You've seen that Carol managed to kind of give them the bump they needed. You got a wrap up of Carol's story. And in the end, they had a pretty solid payoff between Tomo and Jun. I think it was a really good kind of wrapped up story in the end. I really liked it. But again, like a lot of the earlier part in the middle was Misusu and Carol. Like they made the show. The romance anime lately haven't been hitting those notes for me the past couple seasons. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I really like Bibliophile Princess. That was like pure romance, though. Thought that it was going for the whole show oblivious to the girl. That's what I thought. Like, I was going to be so angry. Like, that whole touching scene in the train, I was like, dude, if Jun literally doesn't speak up, I'm going to hate this character forever. And he actually does. I'm like, thank you. It did completely adapt the manga. I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, it felt very complete. Like, it felt very satisfying in the end. No freaking fireworks scene or some crap like most shows do. F for Fury? I agree that June was pretty absent as a character, but Tomo, no, she's great. No, I like her, and it's Rie Takahashi, so it's hard not to like her. It's just, at some point it got repetitive, because it was always like, what do I do? Be more girlish? What do I do? Be more girlish? She was very reliant on people, so it doesn't really make much for her as a character. Which is fine, that's her character. She needs help. She's exploring something she's never done before, so she's going to do pretty much whatever people tell her to do. Her protective nature is great. I think she's got a lot of heart there. But I'm just saying, like, my entertainment for the overall show was those two characters. It was Carol and Mizuzu. Yeah, adapted all the manga. Oh, good. That's good. Like I said, I wouldn't expect it to be anymore. Tomo Waifu 2023. Eagle the Snowman in... oh, Yuki, yeah. Yuki, Aoyuki as Yuki. The thirsty Yuki. The thirsty Yuki that will melt. Tomo's character is S tier. I mean, Tomo was a web manga, just like Miroko-chan. Senpai is annoying. Those. I want more Miroko-chan. Thanks for reminding me. I want more Miroko-chan. Damn it. I was actually reading that Miroko-chan manga the other day. I miss it. Chill in My 30s is trash, but I dropped it too, so I'll just put it in the dropped area. I hated it. It was basically copying everything boring of any other show. And didn't really... And this is based on 3 or 4 episodes. It just wasn't doing anything unique. The whole beginning was just nothing unique, so I just got bored of it. 80,000 gold for my retirement. I'm not gonna say S as much as I really want to. I don't think it's perfect. It's kind of like Handyman and Saito for me. They're kind of neck and neck. They do kind of the same thing where I love Mitsuha. Mitsuha is like you're talking about Tomo-chan as waifu of 2023. Mitsuha is waifu of 2023. Mitsuha is so fantastic. I freaking love her character. She made that show. I love her. She does everything I would do. She's relatable as hell. Like if I suddenly found myself transporting to another world, I'd exploit the hell out of the currency. Like I would do that in a heartbeat. That would be what I would do. Go over there, sell somebody some shampoo, bring those gold coins over, freaking bank them in. Find somewhere shady that you can actually transfer the currency so you don't get too much tension. Like, she does everything I would do. Like, she's just super smart. And she's not a kid. Like, she's not a high schooler. She's not a junior high schooler, elementary schooler. She's a freaking adult. It's, like, very refreshing. Mizuha's Arbitrage Trading Company. Everyone get Andrew 80k subs so you can put in an S tier. Saving 80,000 subs for my retirement. Just started watching that show last night based on recommendation. I agree. It's very much like how competent, albeit multiplicative, the MC is. Manipulative, sorry. She is conniving. I love it. I love it whenever it blows up in her face every now and then, like with the nobles and stuff. But yeah, she's very conniving. Would sell, and there's nothing great. There's nothing greater than having a girl that's willing to sell her own underwear for $1. She's like, oh, I only have left is my underwear. I'll buy it. All right, cool. Just slide it on the table. Anything for gold, right? 8,000 is great. Surprise of the season. Yeah, I love it. She's in the, and they didn't CGI the dragon. I was mentioning that earlier today in Discord. I was like, at least they didn't CGI the dragon. I give her massive credits for that. We had like 2 shows that didn't CGI the dragon. 80,000 gold and soft spoilers. Magical Revolution. I love her outfits. I think her outfits are great. I love the ED where it shows a whole bunch of different outfits. I wish that they would do that more in the show itself, just have her wear different outfits, but I think they did a good mixture in there. I love a character that's not like, not that I'm against it, but every now and then I like a character that's just kind of, it's more style than showing off skin. And I think that worked well for her because when you had that moment where she finally wore a bathing suit, you kind of had that shock value that the characters did. Like, holy crap, she's suddenly showing a bunch of skin. What's she doing? It kind of makes you spit out the coffee just like the character did. Like suddenly she's in a bikini. Trying to watch it 2 times speed. Don't watch it 2 times speed. It's not a quick watch show. It's a relax and enjoy it show. But you can watch tonight. Whatever you want to do. I don't judge people. I've been randomly judged for apparently speed watching before, so I'm not gonna be the same as some people. Exactly that scene. I love it though. 80,000 gold is great. Oh, we're finally to Magirevo. To shock to nobody. S tier. Is this like my only S tier? No, there's a couple more S tiers possibly. Magical Revolution is great. I love it. 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 Moving on. Magirevo is the only first Yuri anime I've seen, and that got me interested in more Yuri. Check out Bloom Into You, Nagisa. Bloom Into You is really good. Bloom Into You, I think, is the only other Yuri show that I've really liked. I really wish they would do another season of Bloom Into You. Magirevo is the best. Yeah, it's not Yuri bait. It's not Yuri. I repeat, it is not Yuri bait. MVP of the season, honestly. Honest is waifu of 2023. And Isvia is great. I freaking love her character. Super Chisato. I love her. Citrus? No. I mean, you could try Citrus. It didn't work for me. The manga, I recommend. I mean, it's got great style to it. But not as great as Onimai. Nah, it didn't. They were neck and neck for me for the longest time, but it didn't overtake Onimai in the end. So. Guess I can binge it this week. It's pretty good so far. Good. Which means I haven't seen Recoil. Look at Recoil is not Yuri. I'm sorry. Don't go into Look at Recoil expecting Yuri. It's not Yuri. In my opinion, it's not Yuri. Just super friends. They're just friends. But no, I love it. The characters are fantastic in Magical Revolution. Just love them to death. Again, like Licorice Quill, it's got the whole Chisato Takina vibe. The Genki girl with a troubling past, and the girl that lost everything and all purpose, learning a new purpose. The world itself is fantastic. The very subtle use of isekai, rather than it being the story, it becomes a subplot that is very subtle but very impactful, which I really like. The visual is great. Was it Diomedia? Freaking nailed the animation. It looks fantastic. Characters stay on model. Character designs are fantastic. The lighting, the colors, the magic colors, the contrast in the blues and the reds. I can go on and on. It's great. I love it to death. I hope they get another season. I don't think they're going to have another season because it feels like they kind of rushed to wrap it up. Not that it ruined the ending, but it just kind of felt like one of those narrate over the ending kind of things. But apparently they have like 3 more volumes to do on top of the 3 that they just did. So maybe they can do another season, but we'll have to wait and see. Like that Lainey's power is basically being cute. No, Lainey was freaking chef kiss. The moment her eyes were red, I was like, Like, I don't know what about her. The moment her eye color changed, I was like, damn, powers are working, and it's working through the TV screen. I know this sounds really, really perverted, but man, the moment the eyes went red in the Fang, I was like, yes, your powers are working on me, girl. Tell me what to do. You could take my mana. You could take my blood anytime. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. Probably pick up the volume 4 light novel. I'm planning on picking it up. It's definitely. I was a little fearful with episode 11, but 12 explained it, and now I'm back to wanting to read the novel, on top of everything else that I need to read. Too much stuff that I keep piling up to read. I don't have time to, because I got to finish Mushoku Tensei. Sound Euphonium was pretty savic. I liked the second season. First season didn't work too much on me. Excited for the next season though. Wonder what would happen if Anise accepted Tilty's proposal. Oh, just running away. I wonder if they do like a side novel. That would be interesting. Just do a side chapter, a what if chapter like Rizio does. Reminds me of Akari from Virgin Road. Oh gosh, I want more Exorcist. Or Executioner. I want so badly more Executioner. 8,000 gold ED was really something on it. Very colorful too. Yeah, I love the outfits and everything. Another ED I really loved for some reason was Sunlese. Like Sunlese's ED for some reason, I freaking loved it. Just so loved it. The Building 2 was super good. Yeah, I agree. Seeing Sindra Hanakawa from in the shower now. Did you eventually read Virgin Road? No. I was kind of hoping that eventually they would announce the second season, but I might have to just put that in my read list. Because I was really liking that world. I really want more. I was pretty surprised the season was Fell from cooking. Isekai has a animated mouth when he speaks, and was waiting for him to drop quality, but never happened. Sui was great, and Uncle Phil. Sui and Uncle Phil were great. Surene. I'm gonna go there. It was kind of a boring start, to be honest. Season 2 of Surene was kind of a boring start. It visually and audio wise, 100%. From beginning to end, absolutely stellar. Like Kyoto Animation, you can't deny from beginning to end, the show looks fantastic. 10 out of 10 visuals. 50,000 out of 10 audio. Like I was telling Earthly the other day on Discord, I'm like, holy crap, dude, they can give me an entire episode of all you hearing is the tension from the string, and my gut is sinking. Like the tension from the tension of the string is giving me anxiety. That's how good it sounds. It sounds good. It sounds real good. Story-wise though, the beginning was like very shrug. When they got to the point where they got the girls doing their competition, I started getting a little hype. Like I really enjoyed that episode. Was it 2 episodes? I think it was a single episode. And then they started really kind of focusing on, I forget the name of the schools. The rival group, not the rival group with, what's his name, but the, freaking hate the names of these schools. They're the group they're going up against. Their group, how they didn't have a coach, and how he kind of has a little hatred for the main guy because they were able to train under their senpai, and I liked all that stuff. And how they end up kind of tying in a lot of the stuff from the first season was fantastic. And the ending competition was really good. Like I said, just they nailed the competitions. Like there was so much tension in that whole competition. So really great season. Like I said, I did not like the first season at all. The second season was really great. So they definitely stepped it up for it. Yeah, same makers are free in Hyoka. It's Kyoani. Violet Evergarden, Maid Dragon, all that good stuff. But yeah, very much so in the vein of something like free if you needed to, if you wanted to prod me for it. Love when the tall girl just bluntly rejects the tall guy. Yes, I'm gonna focus on my bow. Poor guy. I felt so bad. He just needs to know how. You gotta keep pushing, man. He gave up too easy. You gotta keep pushing. It's a slice of life about finding each other unknown. We know the season of Ryoka to be honest. It's the first time Yuri anime for the Ragnarok Revolution. I really like that. They actually... Spoiler! This is really one of those very difficult ones to tier. I love Kendra Suda. This show's really hilarious when it wants to be hilarious. But the show looks bleep. Like, it looks like absolute bleep. Like, garbage. The show looks so bad. I don't want... it's hard to give it any credits because it's literally just voicing over panels. And it makes me so angry. And it's a studio that knows how to animate. It's not like it's not perfect for it. Don't you excuse this. You don't come in my chat and excuse it. Kendra Suda deserves better. They could totally animate it. This is an anime, not a freaking 2.5D manga. Soul Taker, you stop it. No, you can like it. I like it too. It's just I hate giving it any credit because it's not animated. Like, I would rather... Here's how bad it is. Actually, this isn't really saying much because I would do this anyways. I would rather watch a stage performance of it. Just have the voice actors up on a stage and let them act it out. That would be more entertaining than watching panels sliding across the screen over and over again. It's just so irritating. It's more infuriating to me because I want it to be animated. Like, I want them to do a proper job, and at this point, they're never gonna do it. This is their style they've chosen. Oh yeah, I'll keep watching it. I love it for Kendra Suda. Like, he's super good. He's that character. Yes, I did watch the live action. It was really good. It actually has Kendra Suda playing it, so. They only did like one season of the live action, didn't they? It was very short. You want Rakugo then? What about Rakugo? You can't stand live. It would be more entertaining than seeing stills flying across the screen. Not gonna lie, it's really disappointing to see it became a moving PowerPoint. Yeah, literally, it's just like somebody at JST staff is just scanning in the manga and coloring it in, and then moving it with like After Effects or something. Click, tilt to go here, print. That's the scene. Take the background, have this cut out, let it slide across the screen, enter audio. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done ranting. I still love it because Kendra Suda. Giant arse of beasts or breasts of arses, giant something. Didn't finish it. I wanted to get back to it because I like the school live writer, but another one that like I just had nothing was pulling me to go back to it. So I wonder if the light novel of Lainey and Maid Girl actually gets into a relationship in the light novel. I wouldn't doubt it. There was a little bit of a Kohai senpai thing going on there that was definitely had me going, sure. I ship it. I want Ilya to be happy. I want Ilya to be happy, and Lainey is super cute, and she seems like she really likes Ilya, so sure, go for it. Is a C for you? Yeah, it doesn't make me want to get back to it anytime soon. I kind of agree with you a lot, Earthly, so I don't think that gives me much promise to go back to it. Do Holland think he knows what Rakugo? Yeah, I know what Rakugo is. It's stage performance. Oh, okay. I get what you were saying earlier. Okay. All right. No, I don't want a Rakugo performance. No. I mean like a standard stage performance, just them all standing and talking over lines, not sitting on their knees and a single person doing an act. Yeah, I like Rakugo. Like, that's why I loved Shogun Roku Raku Shinju. Just to keep the yoke running. Now we only need to get Tilty a girlfriend. That's true. I mean, she can be a third wheel. I mean, you know that it seems like she liked, she seemed to like, Anisfia. Giant Beast is okay. It was okay to good, but haven't seen all of it. Need to watch second half. I love the art style though. Very much Grand Blue. And I love that art style, so I didn't care that it was very similar to Grand Blue, because I like Grand Blue. Revenger. What was it? Revenger? I forget how they said it. It was really goofy. I hated they kept subtitling it. A Revenger. It was solid. It was absolute solid. It's not like amazing, but it was solid. Like it just, the writing was solid. It wasn't bad. It didn't feel like there was a lot of plot holes. Yeah, Revenger. Revenger. It just felt complete. It felt solid. It didn't feel wishy-washy. It created a scenario. It nailed the scenario. The characters were good. I think the only thing that was... The only fault I give the story is that it didn't do anything incredible. At the same time, I didn't like the main villain character, like the last boss, quote unquote. He just was so... It was so blah. Like, it kind of was going for this whole kind of twisted art thing. I wasn't feeling it. Like, the bad guy at the end was just kind of like, alright, just throw paper on his face already. I really don't care. Just throw the gold paper on. Moving on. Yeah. What happened to the writer being the butcher? Earthly, you begging it. Earthly, you're just you're just egging it on. Dropped that 3 episodes. I didn't feel like I was missing anything. Nah, and like I said, I wouldn't tell anybody to go out of their way to do it, but it's a solid samurai story. And like I said, what it was doing, it did fine. I like the concept of the coins, the concept of revenge. The characters were solid. The carnival episode, if I would urge anybody to like watch it, like if you watched 3 episodes and you dropped it, I'd say jump in and watch the carnival episode. It was a really good episode, really twisted. Had some real good thought put into it. Threw a bunch of question marks up that I liked. So, but yeah, it was a very subtle Jin Urobuchi. It was definitely not going for heavy Jin, that's for sure. But it had a feel of Jin, for sure. I dream of historical Sengoku Jidai-based anime without any fantastic shenanigans. I'm always good for period piece. I'm always good for period piece stuff. And season 2 of Drifters. I think we're too far out for that one, but again, we technically get stuff like Devil's Part-Timer, so you never know. Is that manga still going? He came in late and wasn't that well built. Shibari Yuri light novel series, Adachi Nishimura. I wanted to get back and finish that one. The anime anyways. Carnival Guy was creepy as hell. Yes. Seeing the monster in his own eyes, as everybody was pointing out. Yeah, that was good, as well as Dadachi. We're also getting another Yuri Isekai later this year. Which one? Yeah, I don't remember another Isekai Yuri that's supposed to be coming up. Devil's Part-Timer light novel ended a while ago. Yeah, and I heard nothing but negative things about it, so... Nothing but good things about that. Nothing but bad things about that. I'm in love with the villainess. That's right. That's right. Okay, yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right. I don't know if it's Yuri bait, though. Is it true Yuri? Season 2 Part-Timer was definitely let down. It's not Season 2 Gintoki. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We gotta do this. Actually, it wasn't Season 2. It was Devil is a Part-Timer 2 exclamation points. Which means that in July we will have Devil's a Part-Timer 2 exclamation points second season. Which makes no freaking sense, but whatever. So freaking sick of how they title crap anymore, especially after the final season part 50 million. Can I ban the streamer? No. Danmachi season 4 part 2. Really? really like... Man, my A is heavy right now. I really like Danmachi Season 4, Part 2. This Senpai glasses touch. Fshing. I don't want to give an S for quite a bit of this. Like, just as a whole, Season 4 was really, 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 really good. Yeah, quite easily the best season since Season 1. Because obviously Season 2 to 3 weren't great. Besides a couple of scenes like with like Lilia and stuff like that. There was a couple good scenes with her, but I love this season. Like, super good. I will say the whole beginning part of this second part nailed the dread of what he was going through, and it freaking sucked. The CGI dragons sucked, but just that was part 1, wasn't it? Yeah, that was part 1. The dread in this lower area was really well portrayed. The only thing that kind of let me down was the backstory. I really didn't care. Like, they just did not nail the backstory. It just kind of felt like they just were, here's her meeting each one of these girls, their own sense of justice, which didn't really amount to really anything conversation-wise. And then they go and they die like I knew they were going to die because we already know they die. And then I didn't like the end. The end felt like it just felt like a letdown. Like well, not letdown, it just felt convenient. It felt convenient. They do the big fight. The fight concludes. And then randomly everybody shows up and they get whisked away. Like, it didn't feel like we got, like... It didn't feel satisfying. Like, I didn't see them crawl to their safety. I didn't see how they found them. They just conveniently find each other and it just ends. It just felt so anticlimactic in the end. Like, to build so much dread in that layer, just to have it conclude with everybody shows up and it ends, it was like, I didn't feel the payoff. That's not that it's terrible. It's still A, but that was why it just kind of came down a little bit for me. Even though this season was like the best season so far. I freaking loved everything about the season besides that. Those 2 issues. Yeah, they have a little bit of a plot armor issue, but that's Danmachi. I don't expect any girls to die. Like, this entire time, I'm like, Ryu's never gonna die. Nothing dies in this show, except for bad guys. And random cute girls that just randomly show up to get slaughtered by the Juggernaut thingy-majiggy. Everything else will die, but not his girls. If you're a girl in that world, if you're a girl of Danmachi world, you better be obsessed with you better be obsessed with Belle. Otherwise, you dead. Yeah, it was a split cord, and it was a really crappy spot to leave it on. Need to read them. Yeah, I keep hearing that, like, the light novel, everything I hate. I've heard several times that everything that I get angry about with Danmachi is because the adaptation. So. Just be honest, light novel kind of drags in volume 2, and likely only adapting 2 volumes because it's a very strong end. Do they have another season already announced for this? I think they do, don't they? Danmachi is too childish for me. Yeah, it's always been kind of juvenile. Just dumb Belle guy being whoa 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 about every girl that's kind of clomping on him. But season 4 got pretty heavy. Buddy daddies. This again has one more episode. And it's hard for me to rate because technically everything they're building up with right now is going to really rely on how they end it. You're talking about Yuri Villainous? Okay. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. Buddy Daddies. I think I'm going to leave it B. I think B is good. Hi, B. Hi, B. Haven't seen the last episode yet. We haven't had this last episode yet. I think my only concern that I have right now, and it's really hard for me to rate it, is that if the last episode doesn't nail it, I'm going to be really annoyed by this build-up right now. Like, the last 3 episodes are really going to weigh heavily on how they conclude it. If they conclude it. There's a good chance that they might actually do 2 core, but I'm not sure if they will at this point. Let me move my window. I happen to look all the way to the left for my chat. Let me do this. I mean, there is still the chance that they will end up 2 coring it. Oh, that just screwed up the chat. I can't do that. I can't do that. Here, let's do this. That works. All right, good. There's a good chance they could do 2 cores. If they do that, I'd be interested to see if they do a PA Works time jump. If they do a PA Works time jump, and that means we'll probably get into what her thoughts are on everything that's happened to her, and the fact that they've basically, at least in one case, been partially responsible, but in the other case, directly responsible for the loss of her family. I just don't know that it's going to matter in the end, though. I just almost feel like if they do address that with her, and as she's older, I think it's either going to be melodramatic or just a shrug. So, kids aren't that annoying in real life. Most of them, the ones I've experienced, yes. The ones I've experienced, yes. You can find some kids that, plus, it also depends on what you're feeding them. If you give them some sugar, they freaking jumping all over the damn place. They will not shut up. But yeah, there's some kids like that. There are some kids that are super quiet, though. If I was 20 years old, I would have certainly liked it more. I don't think that they played it too much. There was a few episodes where they just really played it up, but I don't think it was too bad. Dude, that's a good idea. I don't know if this is what you're meaning, Gintoki, but yeah, I would love if they do a time jump. It's after, like here, let me play it out. Final episode. There's a current villain right now. So I'll make it in a way that it's not too spoilery. Currently, there is this one nasty person that probably needs to go. There's 2 technically. There's 2 people that technically need to go. Last episode, they take down that one person. He ends up inheriting everything. Then next season, time jump. But after they do that, they decide to get away from it all. They get away from it. Time jump to the next core. And it opens up with one of them possibly getting killed. At the same time, they're training her to be able to defend herself. And she's older. And so she goes on a revenge rampage. And goes back into the world of being a hitman. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I don't know if it has to rely on the idea of one of them dying. But it would be really cool in the idea they teach her how to defend herself. Because there's a possibility that somebody could come after her. Yeah, no shot. No shot. Basically, it's the origin story of Yor. It's a Yor Forger's origin story. Watch, this is all like a big prequel story to Spy X Family. Big, massive plot twist. This is all Yor's backstory. So basically, Fate Zero Andrew. I could put up a kid mentally, but for some reason, Meaty, the kid's name, yeah, has a voice that just grates on me to my ears. Yeah, I've dealt with some kids that just literally high pitched scream. They love it. They just get so in, just scream as loud as they can. But yeah, I've also had some kids that I've taken care of that they're chill, like super chill kids. Your Forger backstory. Yeah, Fate Zero is awesome, so that's not a bad thing. Season 2 for that plot. Let's go. But I don't know. I don't really foresee it having two cores, but PA Works does like doing 2-core shows, and when they do 2-core shows, they typically time jump. Lull in the Sea, Aquatope and White Sand, they love it. Oof, the loud scream. I liked her. I think she was fine, though. I don't think she was too bad. It was a very giggly loud, so. Campfire cooking in another world with my Fenrir. Campfire cooking in another world with my Fenrir. Just for Sui. We'll put S tier just for Sui. S for Sui. Yeah, Earthly's already got it. S for Sui. No, it's not gonna be S tier for me. Sui is S tier though. It's a solid B. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Like, coming into this show, I figured it was probably gonna be a D tier. I don't like cooking shows. Like, just to get that clear, I hate cooking shows. The only cooking shows I've ever liked is I liked Yakitate Japan a long time ago. Like the OG, like before Food Wars was a thing, it was Yakitate Japan. Food Wars copied Yakitate Japan, basically. Food Wars was or Yakitate Japan was the OG. I loved it. I liked a little bit of Food Wars, but then I got tired of it. And then ever since then, I've really not liked any food shows. Despite my size, I'm not a food person. I'm not a foodie. Despite my low metabolism, I'm not a big food person. But I did like the Fate one, Emiya Family. But that was because I liked seeing these characters I love not killing each other for once. So coming into this not liking food shows, I liked it. And it was mainly around the fact the main character is kind of like similar to Mitsuha in 80,000, where he makes sense what he does. Like, the dude's smart. He's not an idiot protagonist. He's like, play shady, get the hell out of here. He gets the hell out. He does make a habit or an effort to not stand out, but he ends up standing out, so it doesn't matter anymore. But he's a likable main character. Like, he's not unbearable. Like, he's just a cool guy. And then I like Fenrir, Momonga, basically. It's basically Momonga in a Fenrir body. And Sui is super freaking cute. Sui is adorable. I love her voice. Sui is just super cute. But it still comes down to, in the end, every scene of him cooking, I'm just wanting to skip. I don't find the appeal to watching somebody chop and stick stuff in a frying pan over and over again. I don't get anything out of watching characters eat things over and over again. So every time it's like cooking time, it's like I just want to skip forward. I like a lot of the stuff of them basically going out and killing stuff. I like a lot of the stuff of like gathering resources and even like bringing stuff back to the guild and having them chop it up and everybody freaks out about what Fenrir killed gets repetitive. So there is a repetitiveness of it, but I do like the characters. I do find it a very charming show in the end. Oh God, I quickly learned I can't watch Campfire cooking on an empty stomach. Right? Man, this session's chat is wild. Need the VOD later. Those two would make a nice Isekai Quartet spinoff. Right? I would love to have them in Isekai Quartet. They're just outside cooking stuff all the time while everybody's in class. There's no overarching plot. Pretty much. I mean, they just kind of brought the fact that the original place is going to war. I love that out of nowhere they finally show the heroes again. I got a kick out of that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There's actually heroes in this world. But they were talking about this idea that possibly the king's going to use the heroes to attack the other nations or something like that. But I don't know if that ever is going to be a thing in the later of the novels or whatever it is. Totally agree. Got sick of the cooking. Yeah. Mappa is trying to be flex with the cooking animation. That's really what's pretty much where it all went. I mean, it still looked really good. Like, they had a great style to it. I give them credit for technically doing 2 shows this season. Campfire cooking vibe is for the anime. Kuroko no Gurame is for Japanese dramas. Cooking animation was great. Twitter account posting references for every meal. I think the room of plot growth in the other summons could possibly learning his actions. Yeah, they kind of showed him for a brief moment being like, oh, I heard there's this guy that has a Fenrir. That's crazy. It's like, yeah, you know who you're talking about. Dream of the day that Mushoku Tensei comes to Isekai Quartet. That would be good. I don't doubt they would do that. Trash. The Pepsi ad was great. That was kind of out of nowhere because we don't see that often. Like, we had Code Geass had like a bunch of ads in it. Dr. Pepper and Science Gate. My gosh, brain freeze for a minute there. Don't really see it often, but yeah. The Girl and Her Dog, trash because AI backgrounds and there was nothing else to it, really. And that's it. That's it. We're done? Just kind of came out of nowhere. The ending came out of nowhere. It's very anticlimactic with the random Wit Studio AI background show. Pizza Hut is a way of life. Dropped after heard the VA of Anos. He doesn't fit the role. You mean Fenrir being the same as Anos? Oh no, Anos from Misfit. Okay, Anos Vold the Gold. Do halt, and that's what we quartet and chibi versions. Yeah. Ippon is done, man. Yeah, I watched like the first 2 episodes of Moippon, and then I wasn't too happy with it. And then I did all the first impressions of the other shows this season. I never went back to it for some reason, but I heard it's doing really well in Japan. A couple people in the Discord like it, so I do want to get back to it. Andrew, what did you eat that you were so confused? What did I do? I'm always confused. That's my life. If I wasn't confused, I wouldn't be entertaining. Misfit SSS tier, which one did you put in there? Bungo Stray Dogs Season 4, Onimai, and Magical Revolution. I watched Moippon, just not enough time. Yeah, I was a little bit unimpressed by the visual style of it and their reliance on like chibi cutouts just to avoid having to animate just casual walking and talking. They had a couple really good animation shots in the PV, and I think that was kind of all they had. And the rest of was pretty stiff looking. But I'm still hoping that the story is solid. It felt very archetype for the characters themselves, like the nerdy girl that likes the main character. You got the very talented but very reserved girl that joins the group from another school. It felt a little bit tropish, but I do hope it has a better story behind there. Earthly? Yeah, we were mocking you earlier. Freaking finish Bungo Stray Dogs. It's amazing, and you gotta get caught up. I have to mock you every day. And don't you bring up link click. Don't you type it. I know you're typing. Don't type it. It's like a downgrade of Haikyuu for judo. I guess. Do it. It's definitely worth it. I agree. Link. Block him. Damn it, he's mod. I can't block him immediately. No. What about link click? Every time I tell him to watch Bungo Stray Dogs, he tells me to watch link click. And I don't have time for link click, so I can't argue with him whenever he brings it up. Yeah, next season's I'm super pumped for, because man, they're just building it up right now. And I need more. I just need it in my veins like now. Haikyuu is one of the greatest all-time sports anime, like major. Yeah, I started watching Haikyuu, and I got super sidetracked, and I never went back to it. And it's been like one of my biggest like if I have time and I need a sports injection, I'm going to it like immediately. After I watch a couple episodes of Keijo, I'll watch it. I'll watch a couple episodes of Keijo and then I'll get around to it. Season 5 Stray Dogs might adapt the rest of the chapters, but that are out right now. Really? Are we that close already? Dang. Are we getting that close already? Ugh. And the manga's still going, right? Yeah, it's still out right now, so. Yeah, I'm like really tempted to go back and read through the entire thing, the manga. That got a physical release in America, right? Did Bungo Stray Dogs get a physical release, or is it like super out of print? I'd like to buy it up. Favorite Emily opening this season? That's a good question. I don't know. I honestly don't know off the top of my head for some reason. There's a lot of EDs I love. Yeah, I like Onimai's OP, but I like the ED more. Like, I really like the ED for that one. Buddy Daddy's got a good OP. Trigun's really solid. There's another... I of course like Nier's music. The Nier opening visuals suck, in my opinion. Or they're not impressive. But I like the song, obviously. I really like Outcast, Tale of Outcast OP. 8,000 Gold's really catchy. Pink Blood for To Your Eternity is great still. Like it was in the first season. It's still in the second season. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga. Yeah, Vinland Saga OP. Yeah, it's super good. Vinland Saga's OP, I think, is probably the best right now. ED, though, I would probably say Onimai. Like, I can't not it's in my head. It's like living rent-free in my head 24/7. Every day, it's in my head. That goofy little giggle at the very beginning gets me every time, and it's just stuck in there. Absolutely rent-free. It's stuck. But like I said earlier, Sunlisei's ED is so freaking good, and I don't know why it gets me all doki doki for the show every time. Like, I love it. It just so matches the show. It just gets me so feeling the romantics of that show. I just want Kobayashi and Endo to be happy, and I want Sunlisei and them just to get all together and be happy. High Car ED is super catchy, super fun. And that's another one that kind of keeps in my head, too. Majirevo OP literally spoils major plot points and no one noticed. Well, I mean, that's like the ED for freaking To Your Eternity. It's like, it's a massive ending. Like, it's super spoilery. Alright, Nagi-san, take care, man. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you have a great rest of your week. I gotta chuckle over the lyrics of Onimai OP, though. I meant to look into it. I need to get a translation of it. Sorry to be late, man. I would appreciate your thoughts on Fairy Apple, since I did miss where it was rated. I have a review releasing tomorrow if you just want to wait for that. I have a review coming out tomorrow if you want to wait for that. I think it's beautiful. I like On Halfort. I love Mithra the Pot. I love Chalet. I just hate everything else. Like, I hate the world. It's too mean. It's comically mean. And that's a nutshell for my review that I'll release. The ending made me laugh because I realized that even the guards carrying carpet across the courtyard is against Unhalford too. Like, everybody has the urge to be mean to Unhalford, even the poor guy carrying luggage. Sorry, I'm done. Majirevo ED has 3 versions, one for each book arc. Yeah, was there? I have to double check that. I didn't notice that. The candies are pretty. The rest don't remember much. She did make some really good art. She really made some beautiful stuff. Oh, the ED for High Car, them singing in the car was really all this end up singing together. Yeah. Am I excited for ReZero? Yes. 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 Yes and yes. Yes and yes. I'm excited mainly because, and this is my assumption, I don't need a confirmation, I'm assuming they're getting back to the whole princess competition thing, which has kind of been like a, oh yeah, that's the thing. Like the whole like second season, I'm like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Where are we ever gonna do that? We did the whole whale and we got stuck for a long time, and then I forgot there's like this competition they're supposed to be doing. So I'm pretty excited for a lot of those returning characters if they do actually come back. 3 days to the next season. Yes, thanks for the reminder. Thanks for reminding me Hell coming. There are very slight changes. Well, I would explain why I didn't really notice it. I wasn't really a huge fan of Magic Revolution's music. I mean, I love the show, but I wasn't like super into the OP and ED, unfortunately. I think the OP was really beautiful though. Or you see more dude, if we go another season and Rem doesn't wake up, I'm gonna be so freaking mad. You have no freaking idea. If this girl is freaking asleep all of season 3, I freaking riot. Yeah, Earthly's like ... Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, sleepy Rem. Don't, Earthly, shut up. I'm gonna time you out. Don't say it. I'm scrolling up. Oh, there's the joke. Oh, McSuper already beat you to it. Sorry. Don't even bother. You all don't say it. It's already been said once. So excited for Eden Zero this weekend on Saturday. Gonna binge it all at once. Worried if they're gonna stop it. I need to finish Fairy Tail and get to that. No, I mean ROM. Obviously ROM. Where the hell did ROM go? Does ROM come back? We all know ROM's the most important character. Need more Ram screen time. She got tons of screen time in freaking season 2. She got some hella good time on season 2. She got some hella good scenes in season 2. The next season's fine. Next arc is fun. I don't think any season of that show is gonna be fun. The green-haired one? I don't know. Did he have green hair? The big muscly guy. Definitely dressing up in my Rem cosplay on the first episode of season 3. Nice. I would dress up as Rem. I wouldn't do it on camera though. Just joking. Definitely. Fun is subjective when it comes to ReZero. I know. Yeah, I understand the idea that technically, like, high drama, high stakes, tension, all that stuff is fun. Just, yeah, I guess, yeah. I heard it nicknamed Fortnite Seasons. Ekidona's great. I am very surprised how much I really liked Ekidona's character. But then again, that's a testimony to the writer. Even in the adaptation, which I'm sure the source material is like 10 times better as always, but at least just from a perspective as an anime only, currently I have the novels up here. I just haven't started reading them. Even from an anime-only perspective, I'm very impressed with how that writer manages to bring in a character that seems like they could be a good person. They might be a neutral party. And sort of managed to show me that there's no character in that show that's working for the sake of Subaru. Nobody is there just to keep the cog moving for Subaru. And I think Ekidoni was like a really good example of somebody that was like obviously had her own goals in mind and almost in a very twisted way. And even in the end, like as that whole arc, that current arc of season 2 kind of ended, I think they did it in a way that was very satisfying to, again, not be just a stepping stone for the story, but rather a character that has her own kind of goals in mind. She was super twisted in a way. Yeah, and plus Ekidona tea. Which, if you're watching... Has everybody seen the ads for the Ekidona tea or coffee mug right now? I suddenly realized, like, after season 3 was announced, like, every time I checked out my videos, it had, like, my Teespring store thing on the videos, and it was nothing but like, every single color of the Ekidona mug was on the screen. I'm like, is that because everybody's talking about ReZero right now that it suddenly sees Ekidona mugs on the screen? I got a huge kick out of that. What does it say? Ekidona brewed coffee or something like that. It was great. You need to watch the What If story. I've heard there's a What If story. I would love to read it. I want to read the Ram one first. Subaru needs to earn everyone's trust to help him in painful ways. Pretty much. Hit the checkpoint over and over again until finally they say, "All right, I'll help you." Die and restart until they finally say, "Yeah, all right, cool, we'll do it." Simply don't die. Yeah, I would really like a segment where somebody just tells Subaru just get good. Like if he suddenly starts whining about dying too much, if somebody says get good. Like maybe like if he can get another vision of his parents, he'll just say get good, kid. He didn't deserve any of it, but that's the point. Echinut? Man. Oh, I thought you misspelled Ekidona. Okay, you're talking about Echinut. Made a video about return it. I was like, what? That's like a different way I've seen Ekidona wrote. By the way, Andrew, your Mushoku Tensei light novels are amazing. I'm up to volume 16 and can't get any source to get the later chapters. So I'm rereading the weekly videos. I just want to congratulate you on the way you treat the info, speculations, theories, and spoilers on check. Yeah, it's been like easily one of my more rewarding things I do weekly. So, and yeah, if you want to give anybody credits, it's Adrian for keeping things in check. That's if you're talking about keeping things clean, it's Adrian. That's nothing to me, but. I think it's we have a good group of people that are joining for it. I think a lot of people respect what we're doing with Mushoku Tensei, Mushoku Mondays. Yeah, Adrian is GOAT. I think a lot of people that have joined Mushoku Mondays have kind of figured it out. Like, this is what we're doing. And that's everybody watching Andrew cook every single week on his crazy ass theories about each chapter one by one. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a whole lot of fun, and I love the support of people. It's been super rewarding, and we're consistently hitting like 150 people watching it premiere, which I think it's been great. It's been like, I think when we started out it was like 40, then we went to like, we were stuck at like about 80 for a long time, then we started hitting 100 and then 130, and now we're at 150. So it's great. This is Mushoku Mondays are the best. Mushoku Mondays for life. Or at least until we finish it. And all the side novels. I'm always asleep for the premiere. Yeah, you stay up too late, Earthly. Gotta rip my goddess. That's all it's for. Adrian has been joining for every Mushoku Monday to protect us from spoilers just because he wants to have everybody see his Edis sticker. I'm an anime only watcher for Mushoku Tensei, but what I've read ahead so far, do you think the second season will blow season 1 away? So far, which yes. Yeah. What I've read, which is only 7, 8, 9, and everybody's speculating that there's going to be 10, 11, 12 total adapted. So far, I think yeah. I think it's going to be really good. I'm not sure about Volume 7, but 8 and 9 were really good. Yeah, if we... Fucking. I'm gonna hate till he gets a secret being adapted. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. If I'm gonna freaking get so sick of hearing that in the anime itself. I hope they adapt none of that. Just skip it all. I watch them, but trying to stay complete anime only. I get it. You can start watching them once the season 2 is done in like a year. Oh, wrong screen. Wrong screen. Adrian did a good job of keeping me spoiling silent. 7 stars being silent fits. Damn it. Yeah, that was a funny thing. That was dumb. I'm sorry. That was dumb. I'm gonna say that was dumb. I'm keeping careful what I say because there's people in the chat right now that don't want to know anything about the current stuff coming up. So I'm not gonna say anything about what's not adapted by the anime yet. So. But no, I'm very curious about how they're gonna adapt the next part. Really am. Like 7 makes sense. It obviously seemed like this recent chapter was just straight up 7, or this recent PV was all 7. But I really am curious what they're gonna do with 8 and 9 because it doesn't seem like they seem to care about the mystique about the stuff that's coming up based on the PV. Yeah, the side stuff we'll get to later. I plan on actually reading the rest of the main light novels before I get into any of the side stuff, so. Think a movie would have been better for Volume 7? It does, actually, now that I think of it, it does technically feel like it would be really good as a... Because I really do feel like Volume 7 of any volume really feels like it lays out like a movie. Like, it starts off very cold start. Like, Volume 7 starts off with a cold start. And it slowly kind of ramps up very slowly. Very, very slowly. It ramps up very slowly. And then at some point, it hits the point which you get into, like, them going into the dungeon and then... or the cave, and that's where it kind of starts ramping up. And I think the whole aspect of the later part could lead into a decent climax. But I don't know if it's a strong enough climax for a movie. Movies need like a big spectacle at the end. I don't think it would have a big spectacle at the end. The ending of Volume 7 feels very like a low point. Like it's a massive long low point. I don't think it would be a good movie. OVA, yeah. Like a set of OVAs would be perfect because it technically gets into stuff that I think would be that's probably gonna get skipped. Like I don't know how they're gonna handle a lot of that later stuff in Volume 7 on TV. They're probably going to be very, very safe with it because it's going to be on TV. So, that's my opinion there. Oh my gosh, you guys are recruiting people for the Andrew Not Allowed chat? Are you guys talking about the Andrew Not Allowed chat? Well, yeah, I mean, that was Volume 8, Philip. It's a secret. Alright, now we're getting a bunch of secrets. Teehees. Y'all suck. When it starts? Spring. I know I check this, like, literally every night. Thanks, Earthly. So Saturday is Heavenly Delusion, Hell's Paradise, Yamada, and Danger's in My Heart for me, because I'm not watching Eden Zero or Mix. And now these are all like single episode starts, aren't they? Saturday I might do Heavenly Delusions. I'm hoping it has a really good start. I literally just went over this. No, earlier I was just talking about what was I'm most looking forward to. Now I'm talking about what's hitting Saturday. I was literally talking. Oh, maybe last night I did. Yes, last night we went over all this last night. But I think Heavenly Delusion, I think, is gonna be what I'll probably talk about on Saturday. I guess it just depends on what kind of a start it has. Season 2 could refrain people from when they'll catch up to light novel 10. If I had a t-shirt, it's a secret, I would buy it. I would want to get like maybe I can get like an AI to make an art for Fitz and then have that on the shirt. That's a good idea. I need to see if I can get an AI rendition of Fitz that's slightly altered so that I could put on a shirt. And then I could have It's a Secret. But I can't just put Fitz's art in there, otherwise I would get in trouble. Get good. Oh, that's right. Isn't Heavenly Delusion, isn't that Disney? It is. Gross. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I just hate having to deal with their platform. Not that I have a problem with Disney having it. They're not gonna mess with it, but at least they're simulcasting it. Yeah, I think there was a lot of big question marks if they were gonna simulcast or if Bleach was gonna be the only one they ever did, and technically Tokyo Revengers. Over in Chibi Reviews, he said sources say have leaked Season 2 Mushoku Tensei is going to be 3 parts. Well, Chibi does like talking about leaks that everybody's been talking about for like the last 3 weeks. Yes, we've been talking about that leak for a while now. I think people really want it to be true, so it's going to be something that people pick up on. No, if you want my opinion on the whole 3 core thing, I find it hard to believe that 2 major series, 2 major long-running series are both doing 3 cores at the same exact time, which 3 cores is kind of unheard of in anime. It's very rare that you get a 3 core series. So having two major properties having 3 core at the same exact time seems weird. I mean, it could. I mean, anything can do 3 cores. It's not a big deal, especially if they're doing split seasons. Like, they can do as many cores they want, but it's just kind of unheard of for a season. Bring back 30 plus episodes. That's what I mean. Like, they can do literally anything they want to do. They can literally do... They can do Attack on Titan's final season 53. She was saying he didn't think much of that at first, but the same source leaked back in February. The director changed. Yeah, and everybody was saying the director was going to change. So there was a lot of people saying the director was going to change because they're currently working on U-149. And especially with the fact that Mushoku Tensei is coming in summer, that means for a fact the director wouldn't be involved because the director, again, is working through the spring season. He wouldn't be able to work on the anime. He'd be tied up all of spring mostly. So the moment I heard summer, The moment I heard that Mushoku Tensei was going to be summer, there was going to be two scenarios. One, that that everything was pre-animated, like Mushoku Tensei was already done animated, or they changed directors. Andrews, Witch from Mercury also Disney on the second season? Not that I'm aware of. The first season was on Crunchyroll, so typically they make contracts to do the full series. I mean, it can be on Disney and Crunchyroll at the same time, but I doubt that it won't be on Crunchyroll, I guess is the best way to put it. Just scroll down. Just scroll right past it. I'm not used to the key art yet. I'm looking for season 1's key art. Yeah, this says Crunchyroll. Like I said, it can be on Disney too, but it's for sure going to be on Crunchyroll. Yeah, everybody's excited for me to get to 12, which makes me think that 12 is going to be like an absolute shitstorm. I have zero care to get into volume 12 because everybody keeps hyping it up. And I think everybody's gonna hype it up so much that I'm gonna watch it and be like, or I'm gonna finally get to it and be like, this was crap. Y'all told me to be excited for volume 9. I get into volume 9, I get angry. You guys tell me to be hyped for volume 10. I get into volume 10 and it just keeps, you guys keep kicking the can down the street. How afraid I am for the main director's change. I'm extremely afraid. Because the main reason is because the PV didn't look good. Like, I mean, the PV looks good, but it doesn't look, like, fantastic. I would totally play the PV here, but I'm on YouTube. Like, when I watched the PV for the first season, it looked incredible. And then when I seen the second season PV1, it was good. But then I seen the PV2 for second season, and it looked rough. And typically, whenever you see a PV, they show their best. And the fact that that director really hasn't done much of his own stuff, and he only did assistant work for the first season, it has me concerned. I am honestly concerned for it. And I almost feel like they push it to be summer season or they pushed in a director to get the summer season in. And so I hope that doesn't negatively affect the show, because the reason why I like the first season director is because he came out in interviews with a really good mindset of the Mushoku Tensei property. I don't know much about this other guy. They changed directors between the two PVs. Quite possibly. And maybe they just didn't credit the first guy. I don't know, though. Because I don't think they announced who was going to direct it way back then. Long time no see. Keep missing your stream. Well, welcome, Tommy. Hope you're doing well. Diablo 4 beta was fun looking. Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good. Right now, I'm hyped for Resident Evil 4. I really want to play it. They do 36 episodes, season 1 pacing. It would take them to volume 15. I would rather them stop at volume 12 and skip content for season 1. Dude, I just want them to do an OVA Edis chapter. Like, I don't mind if they're late on this. I would love for them... I don't know how it worked. Possibly with the Core 1 Blu-ray, have Edis chapter. But there's also a lot of extra chapters in 7, 8, and 9 that I know they're going to skip that I would love to see in an OVA too. Like the Table Manners segment would be great. Table Manners segment would be really cute. I think they'll cover up to chapter 7 before... Or volume 7 for the... Do you think you will cover up to chapter 7 before the launch of the second season? Chapter 7 of what? Chapter 7 of what? I think Because I think most people are predicting the first core will be up to volume 9, right? So I'm probably good for this year. Because they'll probably have the first core in summer, and I think the second core will probably be winter or spring. So I'm good. I think I'm going to keep ahead of the anime. I don't think the anime is going to catch up to me now. I think I'm going to always be ahead of the anime now. Oh, volume 7? Yeah, I just recorded volume 9, chapters 9 and 10. And I'm probably later tonight going to record the rest of volume 9's Mushoku Monday. So I'll be starting volume 10 next week. They had a spin-off of is only 5 chapters, but can totally see it as an OVA. Oh, the Eris manga. But how many episodes? That's the thing. Probably 11 to 12. I mean, it depends on whatever kind of fits an arc. Like, similar to last Mushoku Tensei, they basically just like a, what was it, like 11 episode and then a 12 episode or something like that? Which I'm fine with. Like, I really don't like this idea of sticking to a 12 or a 13 episode thing. If you can do it in 10 episodes, do it in 10 episodes. Or do 10 episodes and do a side story as the final episodes. So yeah, it could be 10, 11, 12 episodes of a core. But I don't think they're going to do more than a single core. I think they'll do a core and then they'll split it a couple cores before, or a couple seasons before they start again. Gonna have 2 episodes in the can or making. Yeah, that's my plan, Sabanasu, is I got pretty much the next 2-3 weeks are going to be absolute hell with first impressions. So having Mushoku Mondays kind of pre-recorded and edited is kind of necessary for me not to not be able. It's necessary for me to actually be able to get sleep, because first impressions weeks are usually pretty hellish, especially with like 55 shows coming up. I miss the days when anime could tell its story in 10 episodes or less. I miss the day when we used to have OVAs. I miss OVAs. I mean, we technically have ONAs now, but not as much. When is the Mega Man anime airing? I think it's on Monday, right? Shoot. On spring. 6 days. So that's gonna be next Wednesday? Yeah, next Wednesday. Well, it really is spring. Yeah, it's starting Saturday. Yeah, Saturday is when spring starts. I gotta finish the season before I think about that. And how about how about get to volume 12 and then make a stop and start Bookworm to let the whole the story of the Mushoku Tensei settle in? No, I am trying. The current goal right now, for those who don't know, the current goal right now is for me to get to at least volume 20. I think people were saying, I was Adrian or somebody was saying, getting to at least around volume 20 before I see the cover of the last volume, because apparently it's like massive spoilers and I'm really afraid of seeing it. So I've been told like a lot of the later volumes, you kind of want to be in the 20s before if you unfortunately see it. So that's my goal. I'm trying to freaking get to 20 as fast as possible. And then when I get to 20, then I'll stop. 20 is when I couldn't stop, or 12 is when I couldn't stop reading. I wouldn't even give a volume number. Yeah, I think people have been very careful about how to describe that whole situation, but it's a situation I'm trying to avoid. And I don't even know if it was what was on the screen on that Anime Japan panel or not, because like I just know things were up on the screen that were novels, and I freaking looked away and everybody flipped out. So what's up, Andrew? Andrew, I'm talking to Andrew Shepard. I'm not talking to myself, I swear. Got Insomniac at the moment. Notice your stream. Personally, I think people need to stop freaking out about over the season 2 trailer and wait and see what Bind's come up with. Yeah, but for sure, for absolute sure. I'm still pumped for it. I mean, somebody just asked me for my genuine opinion on the director change. I mean, it kind of goes with the whole thing of like the argument about a good adaptation or a bad adaptation. Bind's been doing an incredible job. They did an incredible job with Onimai. I think the main important thing to remember is, even though me personally reading through the novel series, I see what they skipped, like Therese, big example. Edis's chapters. Even with what they skipped, it's still a really good adaptation. And in the end, the novels are still there. I mean, even in a bad adaptation, you still have the source material. Yeah, bye indeed. Honestly, in my opinion, they after 15, you're safe. I don't know. We'll see. It would have been really nice to see Rudius the body pillow snuggle session. Yes. And that Rejerd actually went to go see a friend, and that Duke Bashil's a douchebag, and that Karage in that world sucks. All those things would have been nice to see, but again, they don't ruin it. I mean, on ReZero case, season good 2, season 2 good. They need to have some faith if they're going to have they're so much a fan. I don't think it's like a question mark of you being a fan or not if you don't have faith in an adaptation or not. I mean, it's good to have a scrutinizing eye. I thought Jujutsu Kaisen fans were one of who are most freaking out about Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Like, they're freaking out about it not being good, or I don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen fans much, but I didn't know there was like a fear for the next season or something. And you did pre-advert of the live show. I did a pre-advert? Or my post? Yeah, they changed directors, they changed character designer, and they changed the scriptwriter, which scriptwriter's really good. Like, that scriptwriter they got for season 2 is a really good script. Who did script writing for the first season? Because the season 2 scriptwriter did Gotchaman Crowds, Land Illustrious, and was it 86? I think it was 86. Hold on a second. Where? Oh, I have it. I have listed as next air date. I'm like, why is it should go up the top? It should be at the top. Yeah, it was 86. Shadow House too. Damn. This dude's good. This dude's real good. So who was season 1? Oh, it was Okamoto. That's right. He did both. I remember that. Never mind. I'm dumb. I knew that. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I knew that. Yeah, Shadow House is super good. I love it. I need a third season now. Because it just keeps getting good. Yeah, Refugion's photo is always great. Like, super Chad going on. He did such a good job, though. I'm going to really be sad about him being gone. So, is there, like, an actual full story of this? Like, people are making it out like Manabu, like, legit, like, left the studio and pulled some people with him. Do you, like, did he straight jack the studio up or what? Or is there, like, no story about what happened there? No clue. It's probably just people the way people word it, probably making it sound like it's something more than it is. He probably just had some pre-scheduled setup to do U149 and was like, all right, guys, I got to do this right now. So if you guys aren't doing Mushoku Season 2, I got to go. I got to go and do this. Didn't even notice that tentacle diminisher. Yeah, here. Come on, A-list. Wake up. Yeah, I don't think he really even has, like, a single main direct work. It's mostly just kind of a sprinkle of episodes here and there. Oh, he did the Edis chapter. See? I knew it. This dude's gonna be bad. He's the reason why... He's the damn reason why Richard was following around Edis. It's his damn fault. It's his damn fault that Edis was Richard was following Edis around in the Goblin Slayer chapter. I'm joking. It was literally the whole second season ignored that freaking Richard knew somebody. Is the 86 team working on Nier right now? No wonder it's good. No wonder it keeps freaking delaying. Everything suddenly makes sense. No wonder Nier keeps delaying. It's because 86 teams working on it. It's all Hitogami's fault. It's always the man god's fault. Oh, man god. Why aren't you special? Anyways, I should probably call it a night. I had a lot of fun. Oh, wait, I was going to do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. I got 9 minutes left. Or at least I'm trying to make 9 minutes for the top of the hour. Let me see if I can do this really quickly. Let me start off with my favorite volumes. That way I can get a good starting point. If I can remember what these covers are. So this is 9 right here. Let me start with my 9 and A. I think that'll be a good starting point. I'm not going to spoil anything, by the way. I'm going to be very vague about why I'm putting things where I'm putting them. I just need to do this because I keep forgetting to do this. Besides what's on the covers, I guess the covers could, if you read too much into them, are questionable. I don't think any of these covers are bad, though. I think, God, I'm blind. That's 8. Yeah, that's 8. Okay. This is 7, because it's got freaking Sarah on the front of it. Push volume 9 and D series on spite. Dude, the next Mushoku Monday is gonna tick off so many people, I feel. I feel like I'm gonna make so many people mad with my next Mushoku Mondays. I went on a massive rant. Yes, technically, Philip, they're all S tier. I'm just trying to... When somebody asks me what my favorite volumes are, it's nice to know, like, where they kind of tier in my head. 6 has got to be S. I think this is a good... I think 6 is a really good measure of everything else. And 5's up there too because of like everything around Paul and stuff. Super good. And I want to say that 5 and 9 are kind of at neck. No. Yeah. I think. I think. I've mentioned this before, but volumes that shake the norm are my favorites. And I think both 6 and 9 are kind of like that for me. They shake the norms. But I might want to say that I'm after I finished the 9th volume, I kind of want to bring it down a little bit. Shake the norms. Shake the norms. I freaking hate 8 after I finished it. I think 8 might be one of my weakest out of everything at the end. And I think 7's like right next to it. So these are going to be my lowest tier, and this will be my highest tier. And everything else is going to... Everything else in between is going to be basically be measured off of that. So my lowest, which is still like 10 out of 10. Like, these are still 10 out of 10 volumes. I'm just saying in the wake of everything. Like, I almost want to just put, like, S, S minus, S minus, minus, S minus, 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 minus. But I think these are good measure. I think these are kind of the lowest I possibly get. And this is the highest I possibly get. Which, Volume 1, I think, like... I love Volume 1 because it's a fantastic starting point. And I love it more knowing that... I got so much more out of it than the anime gave me. Like, I really, really like how Volume 1 starts things out. So I think I want to put it up here, an A. Volume 2 is definitely kind of a lower area, so it's probably B. 3 was really good. But I think it's still going to be in the area of the 2. And... Trying to remember what's all in 4. That would be the Beast Tribe and... It's all the Beast Tribe stuff, right? Not Westport, but the first port town, the smuggling, and the Beast Tribe, right, Doldia? No, 5 should be starting in Milshin, right? And then going into and then leaving the port in the west. And then ending on the food. The food. Because I don't know if they're going to adapt that later, the food scene. I think this is all the Doldia tribe and meeting Kishirika, I think. Which isn't, like, my favorite. So I'll put that there. And so for this direction, I'd probably say... like that. Shoot, I just really like this is just literally Paul's, like Paul, everything around Paul's so good in that volume. But I like this volume because this girl right here destroys everything. Like in my mind anyways. I think like that. I think that's good. No, I'd probably put this above. I'd probably put 7 above 8. I think that's where I'm at. What did everybody else say? There's like a lot of people saying theirs. Chris says 1S, 2S, 3A, 4A, 5S, 6S. Got a lot of S's. See, I can't do that. You're doing too many S's. I'm trying to space them out here. I have to space them out here. Roxy is S tier. Yeah, I probably should put Roxy. I should probably put Volume 1 up in S because that's where most of Roxy stuff is at. At least the first part. Ranking gold among gold is hard to do, right? Well, I mean, that's just like this list. This went, just for people that don't realize, this is a tier list for the winter season. I'm not saying that these are all A tier in my anime of all time. It's just this is like a list for the winter season. So, but these are S tier for the rest of my life, though. 7 is my least favorite volume. I skip it every time I reread. I honestly probably would skip 7 on a reread. I don't blame you on that. I don't feel it necessary to read that one if I did a reread. I feel the impact. I know what they did there. I like what they did there, but I don't feel it critical. Andrew Ender is critical, so he knows that a lot of people love Volume 7. 7 is even before reading it. There was a lot of mixed responses of 7. I had so many people that were saying it was great. Some people saying it was garbage. It was a lot of mixes. They're all trash patches. You stop it. Patches, bad patches. All of volumes besides Edis' side story are trash. Oof. Just reading Konosuba Season 1 and thought it was okay. I don't know that I'd want to read Konosuba. I think the seiyus nail that show. It's a tier list of all the tier lists. 5 has 3 of the best quotes in anime. Doesn't take a genius to see they're pathetic now, Paul. Geez, I know you have a problem with your... Sorry. I don't know, gotta kick out that. I know you have a problem with your son, but it only matters while he's alive. It only matters when he's alive. Yeah, I think that was good. I love Rajerd and the bartender. It's so good. Like everything, freaking Paul scene's good. I just like it. It took the anime that I experienced and just shattered it into a million pieces. I loved reading it. And technically having, whereas the anime, the way they laid it out, it's pretty much reversed from the light novels for those who haven't read it. And I really felt like having that context in the light novel made it so much more impactful. And these volumes compared to 12. I can't wait to see what you get. Stop talking about 12. It's gonna I'm gonna have so much hype going to the 12 and it's gonna not live up to my expectations. Yeah, Sarah's in volume 7, the Archer. What you see in the PV. She's super cute. I love the thighs. Like she has absolute zone. That's what makes Sarah great. Anyways. I haven't read any of them, but the reverse the order, and that's probably the true rating of them. Aaron. I love you too, Aaron. Mikushogo Tensei OS, the best light novel. Is it the best light novel read so far? The anime is bringing my hopes on. I think they're doing a good job, though. Like, everything aside, I think the adaptation's been really great. This is an Edis worshipping chat. Damn straight. I can't wait for the Sylphie worshipping chat later on. I miss Eris, closet pervert in the anime. Wasn't shown at all. Yeah, I really did like her chapter. I recommend to people that have not read the light novel. Like, I did that whole, like, the most crazy things that the anime skipped video series. And honestly, the biggest one was Edis chapter. Like, I tell people, read volume 1. Read the end of volume 1 to get Zenith's chapter. And read the ender area, the later parts of volume 6 to get Edis' chapter. Because that's the two biggest oofs of the adaptation. Only Mushoku Tensei has a curse, let non-MCs shine, right? Every other isekai that copies Mushoku Tensei does not copy the right stuff. They make characters that have no personality and don't have flaws that are questionable. They don't let side characters shine. And if they let them shine, it's for the wrong reasons. They let them shine because they're big-chested or they're waifu and they're easy to get along with. They never adapt the right things that what made Mushoku great. Anyways, I'm 3 minutes over. I almost did it in 9 minutes. But yeah, that's what I'm sticking with for now. I said it before, the only story that could match Mushoku Tensei for me is ReZero. Damn, Earthly throwing shade. You're gonna get like a Mushoku Tensei and ReZero war going on in here. I still doing a Sentence of Bookworm. My plans right now, currently, is Mushoku Tensei, Ascendance. What's after that? I think after that, I'm tying between Spice and Wolf, Grimgar, and ReZero. It might go ReZero. I might do Mushoku Ascendance ReZero. Because I feel like the anime coming back has given me a little bit of hype to go back to it, so. I just have a few volumes I need to buy because I'm behind on buying those volumes. Is Refugin and him friends? I wouldn't see why not. Bookworm feels like it needs more hardships. Man, I feel sorry for that girl. She keeps getting pulled away from everything she touches and loves. I feel bad for her. I made the joke last season in my review that feels like she's the rare case of an isekai character that keeps getting isekai'd. Like, she gets comfortable with her family, and then she gets ripped from her family. She gets comfortable with her little, group of, orphanage that she's kind of building, and then she gets isekai'd again. Yeah, I feel like she has plenty of suffrage. I don't know. Yeah, I would imagine the novel's a little more detailed with it. I would assume that the anime was a little bit more soft on her suffrage and stuff. Because they're kind of going like a more... They're trying to get a little soft feel to it, but it feels like there's undertones of it being a little more heavier than that. Keep up with Mushoku Tensei since it's truly a nice experience. Thank you, Duhalt. I appreciate the support and the kind words. Like I said before in my last Mushoku Mondays, I really do love that support that people give. Can't cope with Subaru suffering in season 1, honestly. I felt it. Like, I did appreciate the idea of somebody misstepping and thinking that they have a relationship with somebody in a reset, and then realizing, no, in this reset, you're kind of not friends. I think that would mess with somebody a lot. Yeah, ReZero is good, definitely. I think the thing I get from Mushoku so far, and again, I haven't read ReZero, is Mushoku I get a feeling of like... It's very controversial, but Rudius feels like a real person. Like, because you see such the raw nature of his filth, he feels real. Like, Rudius has been the most real main character I think I've ever experienced in an anime or in a light novel. And I haven't really read many light novels, of course. I've only read like 4, 5, no 6, maybe 6. But Rudius feels real because he's so nasty. Like, he feels so nasty as a character. So, is Adrian having to ban crap in this live chat? Is that like cue for me to leave? Yeah, Adrian, delete the message. That's cue for me to take the night off. Cut stream now. Oh, poor Logie got the smack. That's okay, Logie. We're like really super sensitive on the spoilers. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for dropping by, guys. Love chat with you guys. Like I said before, I usually have more fun on my live stream talking to everybody than actually doing what I'm actually supposed to be doing, like this. But I appreciate you guys dropping by. all the Mushoku Tensei fans, if you don't know already, again, we have our Mushoku Mondays on Monday. The time keeps jumping around, but I'll get the premiere up so you guys know about what time it starts, usually the day before Monday. Hopefully we don't bleed into more Tuesdays like some people were joking about. But thank you guys for dropping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun. It was good talking to you guys. Yeah, we have a Discord. We have a spoiler channel for the Mushoku Tensei. Or you can jump in the Mushoku Monday one and just talk about the current stuff. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And you guys have a good one. Good night.